Oh, you're so sweet, I swear. Te mando un besito.
All right, we're on. Just
What's
go ask
good?
Cult TV. We're a little late tonight, but that's no big deal. There's no money on the line. Nobody's actually here. Nobody cares. It's a weird combination. This is a weird combination. Annie and Protomax on at the same time.
Unusual duo. Oh, she's gone.
Oh,
it
drops
was
out
too
immediately.
unusual.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She's trolling.
Fizz,
Fizz,
I kept hitting refresh. Yeah, Fizz. Fizz was sitting there thinking we were never coming on. Dude, I'm curious to know what her deal is with her connection today. What's up, Fizz?
Fizz, how was your weekend, bro?
Yeah, how was the weekend indeed? It's back. It's hot again here, which I
it's
hate.
Hot
This
in NorCal right now?
Worst time of the year in California when it's
Get to be in Discord. What?
Fizz keeps trying to get me to make a Discord. And I'm like, Fizz, the Discord would literally just be you. Like, I want at least 10 dedicated people in the chat before we start making a Discord.
Yeah, let's get 1,000 subs and then we'll make a Discord. How about that?
Yeah, if we hit 1,000 subs, I'll make a Discord. I do have an old Discord for Disco Acid Cult. It's just a true crime thing like I used to do. It's not a Disco Acid Cult TV. I had a lovely time with my daughter. That's awesome. That's
good stuff. That's awesome, Fizz.
What I was saying though, California, this is the worst time of the year when it's cold for a little bit and then it's hot again, then it's cold again. It's cold in the mornings and then it gets hot later. It's like 80 degrees.
For real.
Remember like going to school? Our high school was outside. So you have to, in the morning, you'd have to wear a jacket and then take it off by like 11 and carry it around all day.
We're almost there though. I feel like November is when the good times come. The good weather.
Yeah, usually. October. Sucks about October is I'm supposed to act like I'm excited about Halloween, especially being like the horror movie person. Everyone's always Halloween, but it's not like I do anything. I don't have any. There's no parties for me to go to or anything.
Fizz, that's what's up. Thai food fucks. Oh yeah, but yeah, Halloween's not as cool when you get older.
Yeah, and if you watch horror movies all year round, anyways, there's no.
Yeah, it's not special. What are you gonna do? Dress up? Like, no.
I do want to, if I ever did have a reason to dress up for Halloween, like ever again, I want to dress up as Evel Knievel.
Evel Knievel? What is that again?
The biker, the stunt biker guy.
The stunt biker guy. That'd be cool.
He wore like the American flag jumpsuits, the red, white, and blue.
About.
Yeah, that's like classic Americana.
That would be cool. My ultimate costume is actually Kaiba. If I were ever gonna go all in and like make a super sick costume, I would pick Kaiba.
With the white jacket, that would be a great, yeah.
Yeah, with the fucking pointy ass jacket and shit. I think it'd be sick.
That would be great. I'm gonna message Annie and tell her I'm gonna start just because I'm starting off with the topics that she doesn't care about anyways. But
Fizz says, yeah, it's called fall. I realize you guys only have 2 weeks of spring and fall. Yeah, facts. I know in some other states the seasons are a lot more like significant, but here it's mostly just summer and winter.
Yeah, it really is for the most part. Let me millennial explain. Are you gonna millennial explain the weather, or are you gonna millennial explain?
Why not? That's what's up. Thank you, bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah, good call switching it up today.
Yeah, if we're not doing Dragon Ball, I figure I'd pick Yu-Gi-Oh. I've been on a Yu-Gi-Oh kick recently.
Like the Red Bull Flug Tag, but with real people on bikes. Yeah, the thing about Evel Knievel was that he wasn't riding like a Yamaha stunt bike. He was just on like a Harley Davidson jumping off ramps.
That's fucking sick. I'm gonna look that up later. That sounds tight.
Yeah, just jumping like 20 school buses off a ramp on just a fucking 1970s Harley Davidson. Like he just destroyed his back in all the bikes he rode.
That's awesome. Would you ever get a motorcycle?
I want a motorcycle really bad.
You should get one, dude. They're really not that much money too.
Well, not that much money compared to me right now, is more money than I actually have.
Later down the line though, yeah, you can get like an old Harley for like $5,000.
If the channel ever popped off, like let's say like way distant future, I'm like daydreaming here, the channel pops off, I have a shit ton of money. I want a 1980s I want an IROC, one of those
Mm.
Camaro IROCs from the 80s, and I would like a Harley Davidson.
That would be cool.
Yeah, no, recently I have decided that I definitely want a bike. I know my buddy Steven went through a motorcycle phase when he was younger.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
He never got a Harley though. He was gay. He got like a Honda or something.
Oh, like one of the like the sportier looking ones.
Yeah, he said he hated it and he was always scared. He said riding on the freeway, like when you see a car even like flinch to the right, he's like, oh shit, like
Yeah, dude, that's why I could never fucking do it, dude. The car doesn't see you for like a second, taps you, and then your fucking skull is cracked open and shit. Nah, I'm good.
yeah, I'm a nervous like car driver as it is. So if I ever did get a bike, it would be strictly for like I'm riding around the back roads on a Sunday.
Yeah, back roads around Sunday, or maybe like riding around town if you need to go, I don't know, go somewhere real quick. I think that would be cool,
Yeah,
but not on the freeway, man. That shit's scary,
especially in California, just how shitty every driver on the road is.
dude. Can you imagine riding a bike in the fucking rain in California on the freeway? Fuck no, hell no.
Like trying to get somewhere in Sacramento on a motorcycle.
Yeah, some people argue that Sacramento has the worst drivers in all of California. I don't think I agree, but they're definitely up there.
It's definitely got to be up there.
Yeah.
All right, well, fuck it, Fizz will get a kick out of this. I'll just do my quick little review / rant because Annie might show up, she might not. Even if she was here, it's not like she knows anything about the new album. Protomax obviously doesn't know about this new album.
Fizz, that does sound fucking terrifying. That's scary, bro.
Oh yeah, I can't even smoke pot and drive a car nowadays. Sacramento driving, yeah, for sure the worst.
Yeah.
All right, so Taylor Swift put out her new album. It sucks. It sucks really bad. It's a really big bummer. I love Taylor Swift. The worst part about it is the lyrics. The lyrics are very bad, and that hurts me to say because that is like a lot of fans' favorite part about her, and that is my favorite part about Taylor Swift usually is her lyrics. The lyrics are terrible. They sound like a mother wrote them, which to me is an obvious sign that she's aging. She's obviously, I think she's like in her mid to late 30s now. She's obviously getting older. And she's not cool anymore. She's still talking about being savage and being a bad bitch on this album. And it's like, I don't think anyone's talked about being savage for like 5 years now. It's a lot of cringe. It sounds like memes that a mother would send to her son when she's trying to be cool. She talks about girl bossing too close to the sun in one of her lines.
That is tough.
There's literally references to her fiance's dick, like dick references, like as if it's funny. It's just a really bad lyrical album. Usually Taylor Swift her best lyrics are relationship lyrics, but even more specifically are the best way to describe a Taylor Swift lyric is, and I haven't had this since I was like 18, but everyone knows that feeling when, you're like 17, 18. It's like a Saturday night, you're not doing shit. And your phone rings and it's your ex-girlfriend calling you. And that's exactly what Taylor Swift makes you think of in a lot of her best lyrics. It's those few seconds when you're looking at your phone and it's that ex-girlfriend that you're like, God damn, I know I shouldn't answer the phone, but because it's that ex-girlfriend, you're going to answer the phone. And, 2 months down the line, shit's going to end badly like it always does. Let's try getting Annie back on.
No, there she is.
Did you reset your Wi-Fi again? Nope, we can't hear you.
I think she got hit with the orb of confusion. I think you're muted, Annie. You're muted.
Yeah, you're mute.
Hit
Unmute
M.
yourself.
The orb of confusion and silence, bro.
She's jamming to that Taylor Swift album a little too hard.
Oh, she says it won't unmute me.
And she's private chatting us now. I don't know what to.
Hit the mic. Hit the mic. Hit M. Oh.
No, I clicked her out. It was me.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep talking about this Taylor Swift album until you can. Once we hear you, we'll let you. Yeah. Yeah, Fizz, girl boss. There's a line where she says like, "Did I girl boss too close to the sun?" or did something like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not a fan about her or a fan of her or nothing like that, but it sounds like she's like really out of touch at this point. And it sounds like she fell out of touch within like the last 2 years because didn't people like her other recent album?
Yeah, some people did like the Tortured Poets Department, but a little bit less people liked it. Like she's kind of slowly falling off now, which is a bummer.
Annie is trying to say she loves Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Annie's locked in on the Taylor Swift right now. I made a joke about this on Facebook. I do think a little bit of it comes from being in the committed relationship. Because, like I said, she writes her best lyrics when she's dating, when she's in and out of turbulent, unhealthy relationships.
Yeah.
That provides for the best kind of music.
Mm.
Once you're settled into a, seemingly or supposedly healthy relationship, now she's got no breakups to sing about. She's got no rock and roll to sing about.
Well, we got a Twitch.
Yeah, what's
Hola.
up, Jose? Jose
¿Cómo está?
Lowski.
Let's go.
So,
¿Qué pasó?
to me, that's probably a contributing factor is the relationship. And like I said, she's getting older. And then two, I think she's also, at this point, I really think she's too big for her own good.
I agree with you. I think she's gonna hit like she's hit a corny point in her life where she's so big that she probably feels like she can do no wrong, but she definitely can. Clearly.
Yeah, she's basically a meme at this point. It's a meme to be a Taylor. It's a meme to be a Taylor Swift fan, and it's a meme to be a Taylor Swift hater. Like they're all memes. It's
Yeah, she's almost like a character of her own self because she's not who she was when she wrote all those other songs, like you said. Like she's in the happy committed relationship now, and she probably made much better music when she's heartbroken because she has the motivation to do so. But now that she's not in that phase of her life anymore.
that is the thing. Why not? So I do theorize if her and Travis Kelce ever divorce, she might write a banger album if they ever split up, or she needs to do what all rock stars do and pick up a drug habit. That would be my recommendation. Either divorce the guy or pick up a drug habit. It's got to be one of the two. She
Why
has
not? I'm glad to hear the Chance the Rapper is better now. His music was fucking terrible for a few years.
When did that happen to Madonna? I love 80s Madonna, but I don't know much about Madonna. Fizz, what do you... Did she get into a healthy relationship and kind of burn out at some point in her career?
It's funny how that fucking goes. Like the worse their romantic life is going, the better the music is.
Well, look at Fleetwood Mac. I mean, Fleetwood Mac released Rumors when they were all on cocaine and they were all banging each other and they all hated each other. And
Yeah, have you seen some? I've seen some of their live performances where they're like shooting each other like dirty ass glances the entire time they're playing the songs and shit. I'm like, damn, like this is crazy.
yeah, negativity just breeds good art. It just does. It's kind of like an unfortunate side effect or unfortunate reality. Is it? Yeah, it just does.
That's fucking interesting.
Cynical people make good art. Depressed people make good art, and happy people make good stuff too, but just less often for sure, less commonly.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know what she's gonna do. And it's been a thing. It's a pretty, I don't want to say the general consensus, but a lot of people hate this album, and a lot of people hate the lyrics specifically. And like, it's not just me. It's not just a few people. It's a lot of people. It's come from a study of Madonna over the years. Plus, she took Dennis Rodman under her wing. I do remember. I feel like I remember her hanging out with Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman is the fucking man.
Have you ever seen that video of it's from like a couple years ago? This kid's getting his jersey signed by Dennis Rodman, and it's like a little white kid. And he's like, "I want to be just like you when I grow up." And Dennis Rodman's like, "Oh man, that's a lot. Don't say that."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, I was gonna say, like, what do you not like about the album most? Like, as a fan, from a fan's perspective, like, what do you wish was different besides like all the corniness?
It really is the lyrics.
Damn.
It's the lyrics. A lot of the music itself isn't really that good either. It's very minimal, like minimalist, which she kind of just did for the last two albums actually. Midnight Rain I liked, and that was very minimal, but that kind of was like part of the gimmick. The gimmick of Midnight Rain was kind of like the feeling of when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're kind of drowsy, but you hear music coming from the next room over in the house or something. And like the song itself, Midnight Rain, the production of the music literally sounds like you're hearing it from the next room over after waking up in the middle of the night and you're like half asleep. It sounds kind of drowsy like that. And then Tortured Poets Department was just really depressing. Like there's a couple of good songs on that album, but it was just a really sad album. Oh well, yeah, of course. Dude, I've loved Taylor Swift since 2008. And then this album, yeah, also very minimal. She even had different producers on this album than the last two. So the theory of it's her producer's fault is not necessarily true.
Francis,
what's up, Francis?
Bro?
100% Travis. Yeah.
Maybe that's why the album is so bad.
I know Travis, didn't he like only date black chicks until Taylor Swift? If you look up all of Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriends, they're all black chicks. Francis, we are moving. That is the topic after the next. After this, we're going to James Bond, and then we're going to Ed Gein.
He says enough about Taylor Swift.
Annie's not here to tell us about the Ed Gein series, though, so I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to improvise a little
She
bit.
booted herself. The combo was too unusual. Sad.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the Taylor Swift. It's just a bummer. It's a bad album.
That does suck, especially because you were saying that the last album wasn't that well liked either. Maybe she's just losing it. Like she's just too out of touch at this point.
Like I said, she's too big for her own good. She's too big for her own good. All she can really do at this point is either A, release another like 1989 or Red, which the hardcore fans would love, but then some people would say, you already did this. This sounds like your old stuff. Or she could do B, keep trying to do new stuff and then get results like this. There's only so many things you can do once you get that big. The only music act of all time that ever took over the world, literally, and lived up to their name every release was the Beatles. And even they called it quits after like 8 years.
Yeah, true. You can't put out bangers forever.
Yeah, you're gonna go downhill eventually, and she is starting to go downhill. And like I said, she's basically a meme at this point. Like it's like a meme to go on the internet and see like gay dudes talking about Taylor Swift and there's this line in this song and this is a secret message for people do all that. All of her lyrics are secret messages for.
Oh geez, I didn't know that.
Yeah, people get real into her. Like I said, people used to really love her lyrics, and some people get a little too carried away with it. Like I said, I describe it as it's kind of like those forbidden romance stories with the person you're not supposed to get with, but you do it anyways. But people really get into like, I can't even explain it.
I do think she has like the benefit of no matter how bad she gets creatively, she does seem to have like quite a cult like following. I think a lot of her fans are so diehard that it doesn't matter how bad it is, like they'll continue to support her.
That is true. Let's see if Annie's quality is back.
What's up, Annie? Oh,
Is
there
it
we go.
working?
She's back.
It's just not working for me.
Yeah, you've never had a quality issue here either. Oh, look at that.
Too soon.
Oh, you got to quit freezing on these bad faces too.
She got hit with the orb of bad internet. Tough.
I sent you a text. I think it's the server.
I mean, I have no idea what any of this stuff means.
Fizz says it's not cool like it is a cool. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, a lot of her fans are pretty diehard.
Yeah, she definitely has fans that no matter what, they will say she's perfect and it's awesome and blah blah blah. But Annie said the link you sent me isn't working. Annie, do you guys both realize it's the same link every time? By the way.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah. I was gonna say I pulled up the picture of the.
I don't know. He thought that it could be the
like
server.
you guys could technically hijack when I'm on live stream by myself. You guys could. I mean, I don't have to click you in, but you could try to show up whenever because it's always the same link. I can change the link whenever I want, but
I mean, it seems like it's better now. I mean, she seems more animated on her screen.
Yeah, it does seem better for now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I looked up the Taylor Swift album just to see what like the artwork was like. It definitely looks like she's trying to look hella edgy and shit. So I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, some people theorize that now that she's getting older, she's maybe going to start taking a little bit more clothes off.
I see.
But yeah, bummer album.
Tough.
Yeah, the internet is not interneting today.
That's all good.
I'm pulling a Johnny,
Oh,
unfortunately.
All right, we're moving on. I'm going to do this James Bond thing really quick. Yeah, so Amazon bought James Bond. So Amazon they are producing the next 007. So of course we're getting rumors of, we're going to get a black James Bond and blah, blah, blah. And it's probably going to be trash. And so anyways, there's this channel that I follow called Pop Culture Crisis. And one of their co-hosts posted this on Twitter today. And, I love 007. So I had to bring this up real quick. I'm going to play it.
As you guys can see behind me, I am in fact a big fan of the character of James Bond. I have a GoldenEye poster. Today was even the 30th anniversary re-release of GoldenEye, and what we saw from Amazon Prime is not looking good, because what it looks like is that Amazon went through all the artwork of all the James Bond movies on the platform and removed James Bond's iconic Walther PPK from all of the artwork, replacing it with a bunch of awkward poses that nobody wants to look at. and this might be a bad sign for Denis Villeneuve's upcoming James Bond movie. What are they going to call him? Is he going to be the man with the golden taser? This might be the most controversial thing that I've seen involving his weapon since they removed the Walther PPK and gave him the P99 in Tomorrow Never Dies. And I don't know if he's got a license to give you a strongly worded email or what it is, but seeing this type of creative decision from Amazon doesn't bode well for fans of the character.
Yeah, so they took all the old posters and they took the gun out of his hands. And
Oh, even on like the old movies, they took the gun out of the image. That's fucking crazy.
I guess they've taken the post down because they've gotten so much backlash for it. But yeah, even like pictures
As
of
they
Sean
should.
Connery, they took the pistol out of his hands. His pistol with the silencer on it.
Mm.
And it's just like, why would you? I mean, James Bond, if he's not known for banging chicks, he's known for shooting people. Like that is like the number one staple of 007 movies. They had gunfights. Like it's secret
Yeah,
agents.
there's whole video games, GoldenEye 007, where it's a shooter game.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. I just think like does Hollywood even like understand these like I don't think they even understand James Bond the character. They just see like, oh, this is a franchise with a lot of money. Let's buy it and make a movie.
Yeah, it's a get rich quick scheme every time these franchises get rebooted.
International man of EPT. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, man.
The man with the golden food stamps card. Oh no way. But yeah, why? It doesn't even make sense. And it could mean nothing, but
Yeah.
I'm skeptical. I would look at it as a kind of a bad sign of things to come. Like why would you? First of all, quit fucking with the old stuff. Leave the old posters alone.
Yeah.
Just why would you? It just makes no sense. Why would you take the gun out? So so now there's also rumors. There's been a couple actors that have been going around as like who might they cast as the next James Bond. Apparently, Jeff Bezos is really desperate to get his wife as the next Bond girl.
I thought you were going to say Jeff Bezos wants to
no.
be James Bond.
That would be hilarious. My problem with the Black James Bond idea is like not even the same as what most people's is. Mine is like and I'm not in any place to be offended on behalf of Black people, obviously. But dude, I feel like if I was Black, like I'd be like, bro, why don't you just give me a cool Black secret agent character? Why don't you hire like a Black chick to write the script, hire a Black guy to direct the movie, find some new young up and coming Black actor, build a whole new star that they can all get behind. Like, don't just take some white character from a notoriously white franchise, swap out the actor, and then say, "Oh, look how much we care about this cause." And it's like, no, you don't. You don't even want to actually put money into. You don't want to create like a Black starring franchise and put money into it. You want to put money into a white starring franchise and just very cheaply swap out one actor for another, and then call yourselves these like fighters for this cause. It's so cheap to me.
I totally agree that it'd be much better off just creating a whole new character with a whole new storyline. Like that would be way better.
Dude, they could do some badass like modern day like Shaft type shit. Like give us like a 1970s like Black secret agent, but like a modern day. Yeah, they could do a lot of really cool shit with like Black spy movies.
I agree. They could even make a movie about like that one fool in the Matrix, Morpheus or whatever that guy's name is. That would be a way cooler movie than just making James Bond Black.
His wife's nasty. She could play a villain. Are you talking about gay voices? Women have been sucking dick for millennium. Why did the 80s create the slurring voice?
There's a lot of extra letters, Fizz. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sounds like you're just talking about I do kind of know what you mean, the girls that talk with the vocal fry. Is that what you're getting? Like the vocal fry and the long, kind of like the lazy talking. I don't know. I've always liked the 007 movies.
Yeah.
I've liked them since I was a kid. I don't know why they insist on fucking with these formulas. It's just like quit fucking with it,
Yeah, don't mess with the classics. I've only played the games. I've only played the GoldenEye on N64 and Xbox.
Yeah, of course it's a classic. I used to like that. They added the game Agent Under Fire, I think it was, for either the Xbox or the GameCube. I feel like it was Xbox. I don't remember.
I think we had it on Xbox. I remember.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it just kind of like a little ominous bad sign that they're taking his gun away from him in the posters. It's just like, what's the point? Like that's
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
If he's known for anything more than his drink, his beverage order, and banging chicks, it's a fucking gun.
Yeah, facts.
But all right, that was really it for that one. That one's quick.
Sure.
Annie, since you seem to be not frozen, have you watched the whole
Okay.
season, this whole series?
I did. I watched it in like a day and a half.
The show's called
And
Monster, right?
yeah, so remember last year I went on and on about the
I
Menendez
remember that.
brothers one. And honestly, this new season, not that good. I was really surprised because they killed it with the Dahmer and then Menendez one. But this one was weird. They like kind of strayed away from the facts. And I felt in the first two, they really kind of kept to the actual storyline of what happened, and they didn't do that in this one. They kind of mixed facts with like their own storyline. And then I think like because it was the 40s and there really wasn't much media, like I think it was hard for them to kind of create a whole series based off of this, just one thing he was really doing. And so what they did is they like would show scenes of like his life and then kind of blend in episodes of like the movies that were
I saw they
inspired by
did like
him.
recreations
So
of
they
Texas
like
Chainsaw Massacre scenes.
yeah, they did that, and then, like, they went on about, like, Alfred Hitchcock with, like, Psycho and then Silence of the Lambs. So they blended a lot of stuff with it, and it just, like, wasn't good. And then, like, they just added stuff to his life that, like, didn't happen. Like, they created a whole, like, storyline of him having a girlfriend who was also, like, a psycho serial killer. They just threw that in to create a character.
Would you agree with this? Would you
So
agree
it's
with this
just, like
comment though? Like just as like if it was fiction, basically, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely was like, oh, I was interested to watch, I think for what it was, but I really liked how in the first two they tried to keep a lot of the facts correct. So I was really hoping for that with this one, and it just wasn't the
The
same.
sings Fizz likes your sing-song way of talking. That could be it
What
could
does
be the
that mean?
LA. Maybe you have an LA voice is what Fizz. You're an
That
LA
LA
girl.
that LA style.
Uh
I don't know what that
I
means,
do
but
agree with
okay.
Francis is
Oh,
disagreeing with you.
the dot.
I've seen both I have seen your opinion though too. I've seen both. I've seen people love it and I've seen people hate it.
Well, I'm not saying that like I didn't like it. It was like good for what it was. I just personally was disappointed because I wanted to learn about the man
I do
himself because that's what they did with the other two
I do totally
seasons.
agree and think you're right that there's not a lot of media with him. When I was doing the original true crime page, I wanted to post some Ed Gein stuff, but there's no Ed Gein stuff. Like there's really no there's two pictures of him in existence basically that you can find. There's the
Yeah.
only video clip of him in existence is there's one very short, maybe like less than 10-second clip of cops walking him to the police car when they're arresting him. There's no footage of him. There's because
Yeah.
it's the 1940s in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. It's not a high profile. So yeah, that is true. They probably made that decision to do Ed Gein and then probably started working on it and were like, oh fuck, there's really nothing we can really, with Jeffrey Dahmer, you've got all these scenes and
Yeah.
stories that you can recreate and shoot, and the trial and
And there were just so many more witnesses involving, like Dahmer. And then even like with the Menendez brothers, the case was so public. There was so much to talk about. But yeah, it just felt like they were trying to like add stuff in to like create the series. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting, but I would say out of the three, it wasn't like my favorite. But I did think the acting was, very well done.
Fizz, I've been saying this for a long time too. The art of serial killing is dead just because of DNA technology. No one's really stepping up to the plate and like going for the long run anymore. We're in the era of mass shooters. You just take out as many people as you can in a public location and then take yourself out. There's no Ted Bundy. Nobody's going to play the game for years like they used to because you can't. You fart at a crime scene. The FBI shows up. They jar up your fart. They take it to a lab. They put it in a computer. They see who you are, and then they arrest you. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, not to mention that we live in a total surveillance state now. You can't do anything. Every time you step outside, you're on camera pretty much too.
Yeah.
They did announce today that
Lizzie
Monsters
Borden.
season 4 will
Lizzie
be
Borden.
about. Yeah, I don't know
She's the girl who
is
murdered her
that.
parents with an axe in the late 1800s. So I don't know
Well,
what they're going to do again, because the late 1800s, there's no footage to recreate of her.
That's even worse than the
yeah.
40s.
Um, I've always been curious about just like the culture's like fascination with Ed Gein. Ed Gein really has a monopoly on the grave robber genre, because it's like, again, it's like a meme in true crime circles to point this out. He was not a serial killer. He only murdered 2 people, so he does not meet the criteria. He
Mhm.
was a body snatcher. He was a grave robber.
Mhm.
And you don't hear about any other famous grave robbers, although there was William Burke and William Hare in the 1800s. When you look at grave robbing, there's a history of it in the 1800s in Europe. People used to go rob graves and sell dead bodies to universities that would do science and study dead bodies. Because it sounds like there was no system of, hey, who is this person? Why do you keep bringing in a body every week? What's your relation to this person? So they would just buy the bodies off of you. So there are a lot of cases in the 1800s of people body snatching and selling the bodies to universities for study and research.
As well.
But Ed Gein was seemingly one of the few guys that did it just for the love of the game. He was just robbing graves to make bowls to eat a cereal out of, and build his mom.
Well, it seemed like, so I don't know what's really like fact or fiction with this, but what they did towards the end is they started introducing, the modern day serial killers that we all know, and how they, and they like they had scenes of like, these serial killers like Ted Bundy like writing to Ed in prison. I don't know if that's real or whatever. But then they kind of like made it seem like towards Ed's life, like he really didn't want to, be involved with that or associate with those people by any means. It's like he just was like, I did that, but like that was a long time ago. And I do think from what I've seen online is the reason he did that was because he was trying to recreate his mother. He had this like overbearing
Mhm.
relationship with her, and he missed her. And so he was schizophrenic, and he started hearing voices like, come dig me up.
Jesus Christ.
So he wanted to like, get his mom back. So I mean, if that is the truth, what I got out of it is he only did those things because, he had no guidance and it was the 40s. And I almost kind of think like if that was today, like he kind of comes off like a little autistic. Like
Ah,
no, I'm
it's just a
serious.
funny
Like I
thing to hear you
definitely
say out
think
loud, but go on, please. I'm sorry.
no, I definitely think like if his, if the situation was different, I don't think he would have been doing that stuff because it didn't seem like he was doing it
Mhm.
maliciously. He did it because it was kind of like, like I feel like having like a like like an autistic thing. Like he
Mhm.
latches onto something and that's like his skill set and he wants to
Mhm.
focus on that. He didn't have any like healthy outlets. Um, but they did disclose that he was schizophrenic and
Mhm.
whatnot, but
Yeah, I think
I don't know.
I
That's
think the
just what
general
I
Ed Gein
thought.
story is, yeah, you had one of those over religious moms. You know, don't women are dirty, don't touch women, you'll die, you'll go to hell if you have sex
Yeah.
with a woman. Uh, there's the story about how he might have killed his brother.
Oh, shoot.
Um, Ed Gein, there was a fire on the
Yeah.
property, and his brother went missing. And when the police showed up, Ed Gein walked them straight to his burned body in the woods, I think is the story. So it's kind of suspicious, like how do you know exactly where the
Definitely.
body was when he's
Yeah.
been missing for this much time?
Mhm.
And then yeah, his mom dies, and that's when people say he kind of loses control. And yeah, it sounds like he was trying to recreate his mother's body. That's why the last woman that he
Jeez.
killed, the bartender, apparently she looked kind of like his mom. So that's why he was driven to kill her. Because yeah, he wasn't really a killer. He killed 2 people.
Yeah, because I mean, if he really acted the way they portrayed him in the show, it's just it's obvious that someone with mental illness would think like, okay, well, I'm not killing somebody. I'm just getting something out of the ground that's already dead. So in his mind, it's like rural Wisconsin, very little education. He probably thinks he's not doing anything
I,
wrong.
Yeah.
It
In his
makes
head, the way
sense for,
he thinks he's doing the right
where
thing.
he was. Yeah, he thinks, "Oh, it's fine, like, why would I get in trouble? I'm not murdering anybody." He did,
Mm.
I
after,
think
but I don't think he thought what he was doing, like, there wasn't
Yeah.
anything
I think
wrong
I've
with
read that
it.
they said, like, authorities and researchers or whatever have said it wasn't malicious. Like, that's why he didn't go to prison. He went to the loony bin, and it's because he didn't see what was wrong with taking bodies out of graves. He was like, well, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
um, it's just funny, yeah, how much like pop
it's
culture's been like obsessed
crazy.
with him. Like he inspired Psycho, he inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he inspired Silence of the Lambs, he
I was gonna
inspired.
say I didn't know Silence of the Lambs was based off him. That's cool. I love that movie.
There's a movie called Deranged. That's actually the best Ed Gein movie. There's a
Mm.
movie called Deranged. It's from I think 1974. Yeah, coincidentally the same year Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes out. It's one of
Mm.
the first movies that uh oh my god, I swear to God, I can never remember people's names. Special effects. Tom Savini. One of the first movies that Tom Savini does the effects on, the
Mm.
gore. It's basically a movie version of Ed Gein's life. Like it actually is. They changed his name to Ezra Cobb in the movie. His mom dies. The neighbors. Ed Gein had the neighbors that really liked him. In the movie, he hangs out with the neighbors and he kills the lady at the store. It's called Deranged. Anyways, if anyone's interested, they should check it out. It's a really good 70s horror movie, but that is like
Nice.
the closest movie telling to, obviously Texas Chainsaw Massacre is inspired by him, but nowhere near actually what happened. But Deranged is like mostly the story of his life that we know.
Mm.
Yeah, he, like I said, he has a monopoly on the grave robbers, the famous grave robber genre. Like no one else really gets talked about like that.
No one else was in the paint like that. Shit.
Yeah, he was in it. He was in it for the game. I
Mm.
mean, not the same game as, the serial killers, but
I I read like the online they have the list of everything like the police report of everything they
oh, it's
found in his
crazy.
house. And it was just like weird, like he had like a pair of lips, the string for a lamp. I'm like,
Oh
what?
hell no. That's
How do you
fucking
even
creepy.
like do that?
He had like a belt made out of girls' tits. I think he had vagina stuff. He had a bowl made out of a human skull, like for eating your food out of.
Jesus Christ.
He had lampshades made of skin, like just started making arts and crafts with like people, like dead people.
Mm.
But yeah, no, there's really.
Okay, I have to go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think I actually lost my train of thought. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to comment on this comment because it has me saying what I said has nothing to do with
Which
that.
comment?
So,
Oh, how coastal people think Midwestern Americans are retarded or something.
yeah, that had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I
But
definitely
okay,
think
go
that
ahead.
there was not a lot of education, at least in his area where he lived growing up. I mean,
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
for that
saying.
era.
Literally, like I grew up in the
Mm.
Midwest and like my family were farmers back in the 30s and 40s and they had very little education because you spent your time
Yeah.
farming and that's what this guy did. So I'm literally saying he had little education because he literally did. He was farming. He wasn't like a city guy going off to, higher
his
Yeah.
mom didn't let him go to
education.
school because he would be corrupted at school, according to his mom.
Mm.
But
Exactly.
all right, yeah, I've heard a bunch of different opinions.
That's interesting.
Protomax, have you ever watched any of the series at all?
Nah, I knew about the Menendez brothers ones just because you guys used to talk about it on stream. Was that like a year ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah, it was last
Yeah, so I
October.
seen it. I seen you guys talk about it. I mean, it looks interesting. I might have to check out the Ed Gein one, or maybe that Deranged movie.
They choose weird people. Like Dahmer for the first season, he's one of the most popular serial killers, so that makes sense. And then they went to the Menendez brothers after that, and that's kind of like like it's debatable whether they're monsters or not, honestly.
I was gonna say, didn't they kill their dad because he was like touching them and shit? I feel like that's pretty reasonable. I wouldn't say they're monsters
Yeah.
for that. They were just probably trying to get their, like defend themselves, get their lick back on him.
Yeah, it's like I guess I get it. You don't want to rehash, everyone does Richard Ramirez and Ted Bundy, but it's like dude, that people do those people for a reason. Like, you have an easier time making a Richard Ramirez series than a Menendez Brothers series or an Ed Gein series. Now they're doing Lizzie Borden. You're going back even further in time.
Yeah.
You know,
What about like, isn't Ed Kemper one of the more famous serial killers?
yeah, do Ed Kemper. That guy literally
Vacaville
cut off his
legend.
mom's head and fucked it. Like, what? It gets no
Jesus
better than
Christ! I didn't know that.
that. Yeah, like, it gets no better than that. Like, dude, do Ed
Yeah.
Kemper.
Fizz,
And
why
then
we
his
hating
brothers,
his
yeah,
brothers?
it's real dicey just because, like the dad was fucking him, but it was not self-defense. Like, it'd be self-defense if he was fucking you and you shot him, but you waited till a Sunday afternoon when they were watching TV to shoot him. It goes back and forth.
Well, they said in the news recently that the Menendez brothers have now been
Yeah.
denied
They got
a
denied.
new
Damn.
trial.
Yeah, they're stuck in prison.
So
They're gonna die in prison. All that
Yeah.
shit. Damn, that's fucked up.
I was torn on them because I don't like the idea of like a Netflix series is what's getting these people set free. Like, just get a Netflix series.
well, the reason why they're not getting out is because apparently they've never really apologized for what
Lies
they've
just because they're
done.
Mexican.
They just won't. Yeah, they won't apologize. Which, I
Yeah.
get it. If that really did happen to them, why would you want to apologize? But legally speaking, the government wants them to say, I'm sorry I did this. I won't do it again. And then they'll have
If
more,
you want to get out of prison,
of a
you
chance
got to
of
play the
getting
game.
out.
You just got to
facts.
just
Even
say
if you don't feel
sorry.
bad.
That's
Yeah.
why Manson never had a chance, because to get parole, you have to go along with the story that the court came up with, no matter what. So, like, all the Manson girls, they went into all their paroles and said, yeah, it was a cult. Manson was daddy. We did everything for him. So that's why some of them are now getting paroled, because they go along with it. Manson would never sit down in a parole hearing and say, yeah, it was a cult. Because none of that was true. So he was
Yeah.
never going to get parole from the get-go, because that's the rule of parole. You have to, even if you don't agree with the story that the trial ended with, you have to go along with that.
Yeah, you got to.
So yeah, the Menendez brothers would have to go to parole and say, yeah, we're very sorry, And it's like, dude, I get it, but dude, do you want to get out of prison or not? Like, you got to play the game. Like,
Facts. Yeah, if you want to get out, you got to play. You got to play ball.
it's super unfortunate, but you shot your dad on a Sunday afternoon instead of while he was fucking you. You didn't really think that one through. I remember. I think it was me and Dirty White Boy making crazy comments like,
I was just thinking about the time you guys streamed and we're talking about it.
yeah, yeah, his dad was fucking him, so he shot him, and blah blah blah. But yeah, they have a strange. I'm curious, like, who decides the characters that they do, because like I said, Dahmer made sense as a monster for sure, but Menendez brothers, I mean, even Ed Gein is a questionable, just for a lack of media, like we talked about. Like, dude, I want to see Richard Ramirez. Like, dude, cast some Mexican guy with a mullet flying down the highway listening to AC/DC, because that's literally what Richard Ramirez was doing. Was like cruising around the highway listening to Metallica and killing people and shit. That'd be a great series.
Yeah.
But for some reason they won't do that. Did it? I can't take it back, but every day every girl. But yeah, basic shit like that.
Yeah, use the lines.
Okay, so then I was watching the news the other day, and Rob, I am gonna dive into this now. The news was saying that with the young generation, anyone under the age of 18 in America, 40% of the youth are considered
hold on, we're doing fat
obese
people, okay.
today. And they said, I kid you not, the legal age for someone to the legal starting age for someone to get fat removal surgery, or what is it, like gastric
that and
bypass,
liposuction.
is it's now 10 years
What
old.
the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because there's that many obese children. 10 years old is the starting age.
Yeah, there's fat kids everywhere now, and it's
Yeah, 40% is fucking crazy.
I heard the other day that like 70% of the military is overweight.
No, that can't be true.
No, I heard that too, because isn't that why what's his name
Nah,
had that
Jamie,
speech,
look that up.
Pete?
I'm gonna look
He
it
was
up right now.
talking about that, like no
Yeah,
fats,
and everyone tried to.
no fat. What did he say? Like no
Yeah,
fat
and
sergeants or
because he's
something
a
like
Trump guy,
that.
everyone talks shit about him, and it's like, that's one of the things you just have to agree with, whether you like Trump or not. We shouldn't have fat people in the fucking army. Like, duh.
Yeah.
Protomax, you find a number?
All right, so according to this is the AI overview one, so take it with a grain of salt. But it says in 2022, it's approximately 21.6%, but with some reports indicating that nearly 70% of active service members are either overweight or obese. So I guess it's not completely impossible for that to be the case. 2023 article says nearly 70%.
So somewhere between 20 and 70%,
That's
though,
awful.
basically.
That's a pretty big margin, right? But still,
Yeah, that's like
even
basically
20% for a
everybody.
military,
Yeah.
1 out of every 5 is obese is a scary thought. That's a lot of people.
It should be like 5% or less. These are the people that, if some other country invades us, these are the people that are going to war. We don't need 300-pound dudes, for slipping on banana peels, taking our break to fucking eat. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And dude, there's this guy I found on Instagram. This is what made me want to fucking talk about it. There's this guy on Instagram. He claims that he's a personal fitness trainer. He trains, he's a fitness guy.
Mhm.
And his whole thing is that he's fat, but he's healthy. So like he has this clip right here
Oh no.
where the caption literally reads, "My biggest flex is that as soon as I lost my six-pack, people started signing up for my fitness classes and my wellness retreats because I am relatable and approachable." Look at this guy. Things my fat body can do because I'm in shape. And then he jumps on a box as if that's some...
Yeah, this is wild. The blind leading the blind, man.
He does everything you see, he does 1 rep. So people are always commenting like, bro, you don't do shit. You do 1 rep of everything. He's doing like yoga poses, acting like he's fucking... He says, was I glorifying obesity or simply living in a bigger body and you got uncomfortable? Dude, he does this. My gym motivation isn't to get smaller. It's to always do cool shit without limitations. As he basically hangs upside down on a thing. Like a 10-year-old could do this.
Fizz says Miami Dolphins new male cheerleader.
Okay, but like how many 10-year-olds are obese where they're starting to say, okay, now 10-year-olds can get fat reduction surgery? That's got to be a lot of
Well,
10-year-olds.
you know what it
Yeah,
is
right?
that it's moms. Instead of taking away the fucking cookies and the Chips Ahoy and the Reese's cups, they just let their kid get fat and then take them to the doctor and say, hey, fix it.
Yeah, why is my kid fat?
And 10 times out of 10, if the kid's fat, the parents are fat. Let's be, There's this one girl. God, you guys are gonna fucking love this one. This girl, who literally in all of her posts walks around with her shirt lifted up with her stomach hanging out like she's a 10-year-old showing her tummy. Like she's not in a bikini.
You know what I hate? I hate those videos where it's like the fat girl and she's like, what I eat in a day
Oh,
as
don't
a
even get
fat
me started.
girl. And then like
Oh, have
that
you ever
is
seen the ones
just-
where they're clearly fucking lying? They're like 300 pounds and they try and say, oh, I only eat 1,500 calories a day. Oh, yeah, sure, pal. Sure, buddy.
Hold on. So I don't control the Instagram volume. So you guys got to work with this as you may, but you got to listen to this girl.
You see where I was?
This is just a reminder that this body is so healthy and beautiful. And yeah, social media, tries to brainwash people to think that this isn't healthy and this isn't beautiful, but it's healthy and it's beautiful. So hope that helps.
I like how those are the only 2 words she could come up with. You could tell she wanted to give a big motivational speech and she was just like healthy and beautiful. Oh yeah, deport her. Even if she was born in America, I would like her to be deported to just anywhere else but here. Just fly her to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and just give her a parachute and push her is what I would say. People are commenting. Someone just says that's really unhealthy. Somebody says, are you telling us or yourself? And then, so people are just, she's coping. This is all of her posts. It's just her with her shirt awkwardly lifted up. Like I said, no bikinis, no like underwear, just awkwardly lifting up the shirt to show her stomach. like a
Yeah.
4-year-old who's like, you know, showing their mom their belly button. It's very strange. And what's funny is that half of this girl's posts are this. It's her flaunting her stomach, saying how happy and beautiful she is. And I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding. The other half of her posts are talking about how depressed and miserable she is. Every
person is
person,
fat phobic but secretly obsessed with me.
that's the best too. It's like, bro,
Oh,
nobody's upset.
God.
Like, people just say these. Like, oh my god, these fuck. It's fat cope, dude. It's literally just fat cope.
The term fat phobic is a crazy ass term in the first place, but I digress.
That's one of those terms that, like, you know, I talk about. Like in 1999, I was in kindergarten. We thought the future was going to be like Dexter's Laboratory. We're going to have flying cars and shit. But no, what we actually have is fat phobia, and people telling you that you're actually obsessed with me. Like, who's obsessed with you? The people of North Sentinel Island would. Oh yeah, dude, those people
Jesus
would.
Christ.
They would have a feast. Yeah, it's just super weird. It's
Yeah,
super
definitely.
weird. We fat people are baddies. No one can destroy our confidence,
No.
dude. So this girl specifically, she also has these posts where she claims that when she was younger, she was sexually assaulted.
Mhm.
So she'll post something that'll say like, "Oh, I've been down today thinking about that time I was sexually assaulted," and people will comment and say, "How do you think the victim feels?" Like she's the one that did it.
Christ.
People
Oh,
will comment and say
no.
like, "Oh, so you sexually assaulted someone? Why would you post about this?" Or people will say like, "Damn, bro must have been down bad." Like, people roast this girl.
Jesus Christ, man.
But like, dude, I like, you can't blame her, bro, because she's out here posting about how fat people are baddies. And this is the type of stuff that, you know, I guess if I have to be serious now, kids grow up with this stuff. You know, kids get their first iPhone at like 8 years old nowadays. They grow up reading this shit, and some of them are going to see it and be like, well, yeah, a bunch of people on Instagram told me being fat is totally fine. So, like, I'm not
Nah,
gonna.
I feel like kids are hella brutally honest. I feel like most of them know it's like objectively a non-healthy, like bad thing to be fat.
Yeah, but if so many of them are fat, you
Yeah, true.
know,
If half the fucking kids are fat already, though, then yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they'll feel better about it.
because yeah, you would think that in a classroom, you know, the fat kid will get bullied, right? Like, as he should. But if literally 50% of the kids are fat, you know, if they get bullied, they might team up and start rolling over like the not fat kids who are doing the bullying. It might not be so good.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of people. I'm just sick of smelling that fat smell that emanates from them. Go over to a fat person's place and you can smell the fat. What's up, Cole? I want to see her tell me how healthy she is after walking up a flight of stairs.
Yeah, facts. Our cardio can't be that good when you're that size.
My kind of main problem is with the other guy, though. The guy
I think
who.
Annie's gone. Bye, Annie.
Oh, does she freeze off again?
Her picture not there no more, right?
Yeah, no, she disappeared. She'll come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have more problem with this guy, the personal fitness trainer that's fat.
Yeah, I think to be a personal fitness trainer when you're fat is like that'd be like me being like a fucking hockey trainer or some shit. Dude, I've never fucking played hockey in my life. Like, what do I know about hockey? If you're fat, you shouldn't be training people to not be fat. Like, that's crazy.
Bro, look at this fucking cartwheel. Like, this is supposed to be this guy's big flex, is that he can do a cartwheel, and then it's fucking this.
Yeah, that's not a cartwheel, bro.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're leading people down a bad path. It's misery loves company. I think.
Annie says she gives up. The internet isn't interneting today.
Yeah, and you got to come back on some other time, anyways.
Yeah, another time for sure.
And if you sabotage my other co-host, you have to take his place. I hope you realize this. That's the deal.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, if she's gonna do all that shit, she's got to be willing to come on Wednesdays.
Yeah, and if you run him out of town, you got to be willing to take his place.
That's facts.
But yeah, I think it's misery loves company. I think it's these people are fat and they're actually not happy with it.
Yeah, they want to feel better about what they're going through, and so they post about saying like, "Look, it's okay," you know, hoping to influence other people into feeling the same way.
Yeah, if everybody else is fat, then they'd be normal. I also don't understand why fat people can't just buy bigger shirts.
Yeah, I agree. If I were fat, I definitely wouldn't wear no tight ass shirts or nothing.
Oh my god, fucking look at this guy.
Yeah, nah, that shit is heinous. Fizz says, Andy, go to the local Home Depot and sit in home and garden section and use their Wi-Fi. The McDonald's parking lot is not good. That's true. McDonald's Wi-Fi is not very good.
Is Starbucks Wi-Fi maybe the best public Wi-Fi you could get?
Yeah, definitely. I would say so. Like, among all the public like restaurant or like coffee place Wi-Fi's, I think Starbucks would probably be a good one.
It's probably used by a lot of people though. It's probably the most commonly used.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, this is just a
if you
random
don't-
topic, but because I'm in my saved posts and I accidentally clicked on it.
Yeah,
Do you ever think that people like overly sexualize Nickelodeon stuff nowadays? Teen Nick stuff?
absolutely. Yeah, I think they're looking for things that weren't there. Like, I don't. At least I don't think the slime isn't. It wasn't meant to be like a weird sexual thing.
Me either. Dude, I saw a Reddit post. There's a Drake and Josh subreddit where people think the same way that I'm about to talk about. They're realistic and they say that, yo, people are looking for stuff that's not there. There was an episode of Drake and Josh where Drake and Josh forgot to pick Megan up from school.
Yeah,
So she had to walk home and it was pouring rain. So when she got home, she was soaking wet.
yeah. Oh, I remember that episode. Yeah.
Somebody tried to say that was a sex thing because Megan was wet.
No, I don't think so. I think it was just like a subplot line.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's like, bro, she had to walk home and it's a thunderstorm. That's hilarious.
I feel like every kid's gone through that. You walk home from school and it's fucking raining. You show up to your house fucking drenched. I feel like that's not inherently sexual. That's kind of I think that's a big stretch and kind of weird to assume that.
Yeah,
Like to make that connection, I think says more about you than the episode.
I think so too. It's like some of the Nickelodeon stuff for sure. Like when Ariana Grande was getting sprayed with those squirt guns. Remember the episode in Victoria's?
Oh yes, I remember.
And she's
talking
sitting there
about
and she's like screaming and there, something like that
Yeah,
maybe. But
all the feet shit is definitely weird. That one's like like that's blatantly and objectively fucking weird. But the slime, nah, I don't think so.
even the feet thing though, even some cases, I will say that was just kind of Nickelodeon's brand of humor. Remember that was like the 2010s, like, oh, it's so random and gross, it's feet, ha ha ha. Like in some cases, sure.
I don't know. I think the amount of feet stuff and the dude, I don't know. I don't know. I do think that one has more ground. It has more ground than the fucking slime shit.
Oh yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure. I'd give it more ground than the slime stuff. I wouldn't say every single case. Like there's the episode where in Victoria Justice shoots a bow and arrow with her feet.
Yeah.
It's like that's just okay. That's just fun. That's just funny.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
that,
that true. That example is kind of just like random.
but
like,
then there is the
cartoon
time where they
humor.
covered her feet in ketchup, and she was like slathering ketchup. on her
Exactly, like
feet.
that shit. That shit's weird. But you're right. The bow and arrow one is not inherently weird. It's just like that weird, quirky humor.
Yeah, yeah. People now way too much try to look for sex stuff in really anything now too. Like it's kind of and I think it's right. It does say more about our culture than it does, anything else. It's like, bro, if you look at, people getting green slime thrown on them, and you're thinking about sex stuff, like what kind of weird sex stuff are you into?
Yeah, if that's the connection you're making, it's kind of like, wait, what?
The slime and all that came out of the show. Well, yeah, the green slime. That was just Nickelodeon's thing. Like, along with just like their weird sense of humor. That was just quirky Nickelodeon. Like, oh, it's so random. It's green slime. It's gross.
Yeah.
Haha. It was like a cheap laugh. Episode of You Can't Do That on Television. I don't think I did. Was that one of those Nickelodeon game shows? We were gonna have Annie tell us about something to do with Aaron Carter. We did skip over that one, but
Should have done Dragon Ball GT. Fuck. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good.
yeah, we would have had time to do Dragon Ball GT, but next week we'll do 2 episodes.
For sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna start doing 2 episodes from then on out, so it'll be all good.
Yeah, we're gonna do 4 and 5 for the beginning of the stream. Yeah, Cole back here said if he's a fitness instructor, then I'm a bodybuilder. Yeah, it's just an excuse. I would guarantee you this guy has people. They probably walk like half a mile and do like 10 push-ups and then they call it a day. And it's
Yeah, so proud of you guys. You guys did so good today. You're
Yeah.
not fat, we're healthy or some shit.
he's just gonna have more people getting fat. Yeah, it's the blind leading the blind. It's
Exactly.
if I can get more people fat like me, then I'll feel better about myself. Maybe I'll get more girls because there will be more fat girls, and it's like a real thing. People really tried to talk shit about Pete Hegseth coming out and saying we gotta make the army less fat, and people were like, just because he's a Trump guy, and it's like, okay, fine, you don't like Trump, but no, we shouldn't have fat people in the army. Like that's just kind of one of those objective.
Yeah, the army should be held to a strict standard of physical fitness. If anything is going to be held to that standard, it should be the military.
Yeah, and I think kids in school should, Maybe not as hardcore as you see those videos from like the 60s in black and white of the kids in gym class, and they're doing like fucking like 100 pull-ups and like doing the monkey bars, and they've got like 6-packs at like 10 years old and shit.
Facts. Have you seen the fucking videos back in the day when they climb up the fucking rope to the ceiling and all that shit in the gym?
Oh, we climbed the rope in like 8th grade, I think.
Yeah, I remember I wanted to do it, but by the time I had gotten there, they stopped doing it because it wasn't safe or some shit.
Did you ever actually? Okay, so have you ever actually climbed the rope though? Aside from that,
No, I haven't.
you know, surprisingly, it's super easy.
Really?
I remember when we brought out the rope in 8th grade, I was nervous, and I'm not even kidding. I shot straight up.
Damn.
I think it's because I'm light.
Oh yeah, true. Not that much weight to pull up.
I've always been skinny. You know, the rope is it's not slick. It's a thick fucking rope. It's real grippy,
Mhm.
and I've never been. You know, I can't do fucking 50 pull-ups, but I've always been able to crack out more pull-ups than most people. I think just because I've always been skinny, so I don't have a lot to
That
lift.
makes sense. Yeah.
I used to be able to do, you know, the pole, going sideways on the pole.
Oh yeah.
I used to be able to do that. Last time I tried, I think was with you at the park actually, and I inflamed my lung for like 2 weeks after that.
Really?
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah. During holiday time, right?
Yeah, and I tried to do it. I couldn't do it anymore, and I don't think I'm sure I never talked about it, but my lung was inflamed, and I could barely breathe for like 2 weeks after that.
What the fuck do you? What do you mean?
So ever since my lung collapsed in my freshman year,
Mhm.
like once in a like blue moon,
Mhm.
I'll get lung inflammation. My lung will just inflame.
Oh, like, is it when you push it too hard or some shit?
It's honestly totally random at this point.
Interesting.
It is a super rare occasion, but when it does happen, I have to take, ibuprofen or anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
And sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't.
Fair.
And it's to the point where like even back in the day, I couldn't even smoke my fucking heroin. Like it was so bad. Like it just hurts. But I'll continue smoking cigarettes.
Oh.
Just because I'm like reckless like that. But yeah, once in a while I'll get like an inflamed lung. And if the thing that sucks is it feels like the collapsed lung felt. So a lot of the
Oh,
times
fuck. That sounds hella painful, actually.
I'm like, oh shit, is my lung collapsed again? Or I guess it's not as severe. The lung collapse, I guess I can really barely remember. It was so long ago. I just know that I went with it for like a week before doing anything about it.
You were trying to tough it out, see if it goes away.
Mom told me to tough it out.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, that's one of the stories that mom would probably be like, oh, I feel bad. Yeah, I was like my freshman year. I couldn't breathe. I was taking breaths like a dog. My breaths were short and fast.
Oh.
Anytime I breathed in deeper, my lungs, it felt like there's a knife in my lungs, is what it feels like.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a burning, stabbing feeling. And I told mom, and mom was just like, oh, well, you go for a little bit and see how long it goes. And then finally, after a week, I was like, yeah, I still can't breathe. In the middle of this week is when I meet Steven and Johnny with the brass knuckles and the baseball
Oh,
bats.
that is that time, yeah.
So they could have punched me and killed me with a
Yeah.
collapsed lung. After a week, we finally went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, you should have died. Like your body's getting nowhere near the oxygen you're supposed to be getting. You should be dead. You have to go to the hospital right now.
Yeah, I remember mom took you to the doctor and we went to the hospital like fucking right away. And mom helped. I remember mom looked hella guilty, but I didn't know why at the time.
Yeah, because she had me going for a week with a collapsed lung. Oh man. Yeah, then I had to have they inflated the lung again, and then they're like I could have died again because when they they put a box on you with a tube,
Yeah.
and the tube sticks out and breathes for you, but after that they tape you up. They take the box out, they tape you up. There's a hole in your chest, and I was taking the tape off and taking pictures of the hole to show girls at school, and the doctors are like, dude, if you get air unfiltered, you're gonna die. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know that either. No one told
For
me that.
girls at school.
Yeah, I was showing girls at school the hole in my chest. Sometimes I need some meth. Yeah, sometimes everybody needs some meth. Yeah, no, that stuff's not fun. The
I'm
collapsed
surprised
lung
you've
thing.
been able to smoke for as long as you have, despite having had a collapsed lung.
I am too, because they told me once it happens, the spontaneous version that I had, where you don't get in a car accident, it just happens. They
Yeah.
said that once that happens, there's like a 50% chance of it happening again in your life, I think.
Yeah, I've also heard that it'll probably collapse again.
And then once you smoke, it goes up even more. So yeah, I am very surprised. And I kind of started smoking like immediately after that happened too. Like it was almost like the doctor told me, okay, you can never smoke now. And I was like, let's
I gotta
see.
smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much like immediately after that was the first time mom caught me smoking.
In the name of science. How did you smoke your first cigs? Like, what's the lore behind it?
I don't actually remember my first cigarette. I know that it was Christelle, the bass player for my band.
I remember still, yeah.
And I started bumming cigarettes off of. And that's the first person I got caught with when mom caught me smoking cigarettes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't inhale for like the first year of my life either.
He's like, what? He's like putting it in your mouth and letting.
No, I would suck it into my mouth and then just blow it out.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't. I got you now.
So just giving myself mouth cancer instead of lung cancer.
Yeah, really fucking making your teeth hella dry and shit.
I gotta go to a cardiologist and gastroenterologist. Yeah, see, Fizz, I hate doctor stuff. Like anything to do with going to the doctor, going to the hospital, I honestly feel like I'll have some kind of life where I'll die of cancer in my bed because I don't want to get a fucking needle in my spine. I don't want to get a fucking tube put up my ass or down my throat. I don't want to, I would rather die.
And he's got a pretty fucking crazy story in the chat.
Nick's dad is tweaking and he's at the paranoid state. He called us the other day from a burner phone saying they're out to get him so he can't use his phone. Annie, Nick, like, they were like, whoa, wait, get rid of his phone. Don't call me. Your husband, Nick? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, I guess his dad.
Sounds about normal for a tweaker. Yeah, is he a tweaker? I mean,
That's what she said. Yeah, he's tweaking. Is he on?
But-
I assume drugs then. But
my stepdad is a Native American, and he turns off his computer every night because he thinks they're monitoring. Dude,
mean,
my computer's been on sleep mode for like the last 2 weeks. I need to turn it off just to give it a break. I've never seen the appeal of tweaking. Like
yeah, it seems like a miserable existence, but I don't think you realize how miserable it is from when you're doing it. It's like it only looks miserable from a third person perspective.
but you see it before you ever do it. That's my thing. Like everyone knows what it looks like. The thing is, I've seen two different types. I've seen people smoke it and they're so experienced with it that they smoke it and you see no change at all. They describe it as their morning cup of coffee. But then I've been around people that they take one hit and their fucking eyes like open up like that and they start bolting around the room. And I'm like, dude, like what's fun about that?
Yeah, and he says this guy started tweaking in his early 60s. That's fucking insanity to start tweaking in your 60s. I guess if you're bored, fuck it.
I was gonna say, you know what though? If you're retired, like you worked a hard life and
You want to tweak? Hey, tweakers gonna tweak, bro.
I always say if I was a cop and I saw a guy like smoking a meth pipe while driving, if I pulled him over and he was like anywhere from 60 to 80, I'd be like, you know what, sir, you paid your dues. Like you enjoy that. You've lived, I'm sure, no matter who you are, once you hit 60, I'll say you probably lived a hard life because life is a bummer.
Facts, yeah.
Just please don't crash and get me in trouble. Imagine cheating on your partner with someone the same name. We went to church with somebody whose mom, I think, cheated on her husband Jim with another guy named Jim. Which I always thought, no, I don't know. I think they got divorced and then she married another guy named Jim. But yeah, that must be a super weird case to cheat on someone with the same name. And then got into drugs and lost it all. Jesus Christ.
Hey, sounds like he's got game though. Good for him.
Yeah, if he's meeting women consistently enough to crash at their houses, that's pretty badass.
Man, women that let him crash, like women don't just let any dude crash over, you know?
Yeah, that guy must be using the meth pipe to enhance his game. We're pretty much just on improvisation for the last 30 minutes.
I was gonna ask, when you first started smoking cigs, were you always a menthol guy?
No.
Oh shit. Well, Camel Reds or what?
No. Everyone around me was smoking Marlboro 27s.
That's
So I was bumming 27s all the time. That's the only way I smoked, was bumming cigarettes off of people. I was that guy for a long time. Pretty much until I turned 18, really.
Oh.
When I turned 18, I started buying American Spirits, the yellow packs. And they would last me like a month because that, I was such a new smoker and I was only, buying cigarettes for the first time in my life. Never hundreds either, which I think is funny.
Shorts.
Like, why would you buy shorts? I mean, I always smoke hundreds now. That's just me. Do you remember your first cigarette?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. They're actually bought by you. I don't know if you know this.
No.
Yeah, it was I was turning 20, and so I was with my friends, and we were out. Me and my buddy drove down to visit our other friends that were at college, and so we were. It was my birthday, so we were drinking, and then there was this 6 spot near their apartment where it was like in nature. It was like around this like giant manhole. I don't know. It was a cool spot. And then we all lit up and smoked our first cigarettes. I think at the time you bought me Camel Reds, and you said every real man starts with Camel Reds. So I think it's funny that you did not do that shit.
The Turkish Royals.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
The red pack with the gold lining.
Yep, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, the Turkish Royals. They used to come in a really cool blue pack when I was in high school. We used to smoke those all the time too, Turkish Royals.
Yeah, no, they were awesome. I remember me and my friend, because only two of us did, the other two were being bitches. But so we smoked, and we both thought it would be way worse than it was, because everyone was like, "Oh, smoking so harsh the first time, yada yada." But I always thought smoking like tastes good, smells good. I thought it was great from the get go.
Yeah, I love Turkish Royals. They don't come in hundreds. That's the only bummer.
Yeah,
They only come in shorts. But those are Camel Turkish Royals are a really good cigarette. Yeah, we would smoke those, and then fancy cigarettes. We smoke Nat Shermans. Those are really cool.
I've heard of those. Yeah, it's like isn't it like the kind of like the English ones you talked about before, or nah?
They're American,
Oh, okay,
but Dunhills are the British ones. We smoke
gotcha. That's what it
Dunhills.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to smoke. We'd smoke Dunhills and Nat Shermans, like on paydays or something. We go to the smoke shop and get a pack of either.
That's awesome.
There's a brand called 777. That's just
Mm.
777. I think those might be British too. I'm not sure, but yeah, we used to smoke those. You know, when you're like 18 and between 18 and 20, you just want to smoke a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
We used to literally smoke tobacco out of like wizard pipes and shit too in the garage, like stuff like that. I can literally post you to the exact GPS coordinates of where I first smoked. I had a friend whose parents smoked, and he snatched a pack of Slim Menthols. Slim Menthols, that's awesome.
Dude, I feel the same way. I remember exactly like what I was doing the first time I smoked to the exact fucking spot.
Dude, it sucks. I don't remember. I have two. Well, I do have one memory, and it might be the first time I smoked. It might not. It's just one of my earliest memories of smoking was outside of when we used to play shows at the Cornerstone Church in town.
Mm.
Me standing outside and just asking Christelle, "Can I bum a cigarette?" I was 16, I think. I think I was 16. I
Mm.
might have been 15, but I think 16.
Mm.
Actually, mom would probably know, honestly, better than I do. Because I think when she caught me was around when I first started, too.
Mm.
Like, I got caught pretty early on. And I was smoking with a couple friends. We were, like, at the Pizza Hut in the parking lot for some reason. Or no, we used to just walk around. And we had friends our buddies lived in the jungle in that apartment complex.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So we'd always make our way to, like, the where the Starbucks area is.
Yeah.
I think we were getting Starbucks. We snuck out my window late at night and then walked up the highway and ran into the median that had some trees. Yeah, smoking around trees always seems to be the move when you're younger.
It's fun. I miss smoking. I haven't smoked in like probably like 2 months at this point, but you got to give it up sometimes. But I always tell my friends like the best days of my life I've smoked cigarettes, and like the worst days of my life I've smoked cigarettes.
Yeah. First day of 7th grade. Jeez, that's early.
Like, that's fucking funny.
That is hilarious.
7th grade is fucking insanity too. What are you, like 12 when you start middle school?
Middle school, I didn't do shit in middle school. I was a nerd. I danced with the girl
definitely
for the
didn't
first time in middle school, and I was miserable.
Peak middle school.
I did cry in middle school over, dude.
What? Oh, I cried over what?
This is the most ridiculous story. So my first day of 7th grade, there was this girl named Georgia
Mhm.
in my English class.
Uh-huh.
And I saw her and was like, she's the prettiest girl in class. I'm in 7th grade. I don't know how to talk to pretty girls.
Yeah.
And our English teacher, I think it was Miss Brooks,
Mhm.
she was like, okay, I'm going to, since it's our first day, I'm going to pair you guys up in pairs. And you're going to, basically do little get to know me type things with people.
Mhm.
Sure enough, I got paired up with this Georgia chick.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So we're talking, I'm like, oh yeah, I play guitar, I'm in a band, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. I'm doing my whole thing.
Yeah.
Like the next day, she comes to class and announces that she's moving at the end of the week. And when I went home and I showered, I was crying in the shower. I was crying in the shower because I was like in love with this girl.
Ooh, that's fucking awesome, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, talk about a sign of things to come in my life.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Holy shit. You talked to her for one day and you're fucking balling right now.
Cole, I'm super glad you remember. Dude, I don't. She's got to be in
Ooh.
the yearbook. She's in our yearbook, right?
I remember.
Now that I think about it, yeah, I got to try to find my 7th grade yearbook. Because, yeah, she was only there for like a little bit in the early half of 7th grade. And then,
Mm.
yeah, and then she moved. Because I thought it was like destiny because we got paired up for the first assignment of this, you know.
Yeah, when you're young like that, you think it's meant to be with the chick. You're like, it's a fucking sign.
She moved before 8th grade. Yeah, yeah, we only had her in 7th grade.
Yeah.
My next crush after that for a while, Cole, you'll think this is funny, was that Esmeralda chick. Everyone called her Esme for short. I used to write her name on my knuckles because it was just ESME. That was the first girl I danced with too. Was that Mexican chick Esmeralda?
Nice. Oh yeah.
Latchkey kids. The first day I went to kindergarten, my mom drove me to school and dropped me off. I didn't know what to do next, so I followed people. All the classes were lined up, so I found the first line I got at the end. And then when I used to go to middle school, you know, mom used to drop me off at John's house, who lived right down the street from.
Oh, I
school.
remember. Yeah.
So mom wouldn't let me wear fingerless gloves.
Mm.
And she wouldn't let me wear any makeup. So I used to put my fingerless gloves in my shoes along with my eyeliner. And then when I got to John's house, I'd put on the gloves, put on the fucking eyeliner, and then I'd go to school. Then I'd go back to John's after school, take all the shit off, and then mom would pick me up, and then I'd be good to go.
Esme was digging the fucking eyeliner.
Yeah, I hung out with Mexican kids. I had no friends, and they all called me the rocker. You know, Mexican.
Oh yeah, the rockers.
They literally called me the rocker. I was the rocker in 7th grade. So like Caesar and Mario and.
That's fucking awesome.
And then I met my first kind of friend in like 8th grade. I met this kid, Nick, who also had long hair and was into the same stuff that I was into finally. His family, I'm like, have been friends with ever since then. His sister became my drug dealer later on.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. They just said, you don't belong here. Eventually, a teacher showed me the K line. Yeah, middle school, it's like, I think middle school's got to be the worst time in everyone's life because it's just like.
Yeah, you're just not fucking confident in anything, and like the littlest shit really makes you feel like shit about yourself.
And then I remember 8th grade when Christina Saran told me I was a loser because I was in a band. That was like the weirdest, and that was in MySpace comments too.
Damn.
Oh, Cole, I mean, that's a great crush. Katie Holst was always hot. Katie Holst was like out of my league hot too. It wasn't she the cheerleader? There was always, and I always got along. I got along with everybody. Like I was cool with all the popular kids and the cheerleaders, but I always knew, like generally, you know, you're probably not going to pull a cheerleader.
True.
I probably could have, honestly. I honestly think looking back now, I 100% could have. There's a couple of cheerleaders I could have pulled if I would have gone in there and just tried. But, you know, I was dating girls from Vacaville.
In middle school?
What?
In middle school?
No, I'm talking high school now.
Oh, later on down the line, I got you. I was going to say, how the fuck did you pull that off?
I had a real glow up in high school. In middle school, I got picked on, and everyone called me emo and called me faggot and shit. And then high school, I started wearing girls' pants, and like all the girls would talk to me. I remember this kid Anthony that I had beef with one time when he was like talking shit to me. He was like, "Hey, every dude in the school hates you, but like every girl likes you. Like I will give you that." And yeah, that was kind of how it went.
He had to show respect real quick.
Yeah, everyone's girlfriends liked me.
My daughter went about.
Yeah, you're not an adult. You're not a kid. You're just like in this awkward limbo of like I'm a teenager, but I don't know like what's going on.
Well, yeah, you don't know shit about you don't know shit about life. You can't even fucking drive a car yet. You know, it makes sense that people go through so much like angst in middle school and all that.
Yeah, kids are like savage.
Yeah, no, kids are fucking ruthless.
I remember these girls bullied me one day, and I opened my locker in like 6th grade, and they left a printed paper that said I was ugly. Like they went on Word, they printed it out. That's even better, honestly, that they printed it out. Yeah, Cole Anthony Severa. That's I almost bought him. I brought a baseball bat, and then of course he backed down once I showed up with a bat and like 4 friends.
Nice.
Like 2 of which had knives. I was like real serious about like I was not gonna lose because it was over a girl.
Oh yeah, can't lose when it's over the girl, bro.
Yeah, I was like, I would rather show up and intimidate him to the point of backing out than me show up and possibly lose. So I just went all out and was like, yeah, I'm gonna grab a fucking bat and bring like 4 people.
Yeah, if you're gonna fight, you can't show up and like have losing be an option. If you're gonna fight, you gotta win. I agree with you.
And I did tell him. I said, if you bring anybody, I'm going to bring more people than you. And he called me and said, oh, I brought my friend to record it, like with a camera. Well, you know what's funny is that guy ended
Yeah.
up going on to marry the girl that we were fighting over.
What?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive. But yeah, he called me. He's like, oh, I brought my buddy to film it. I was like, okay, I
Oh.
told you, like, I'm going to bring more people now. And
Yeah.
I showed up. And then I got there and he's like, dude, what am I supposed to do? And then he was like, okay, but if you keep talking shit, I'm going to come at you at school. And at school, I used to hang out with John. And I was like, I wish you would come at me at school because John would like murder somebody. Like, dude, please come at me at school because I would love to see what would happen. I did always have like I guess you would just say good friends. There was like an army of defense. I would never even got into a fight because Laban would show up and start like beating people up before I even got to
Hell yeah.
like do anything. Even when I went to that one fight with like 4 people, we went to the parking lot at the apartments that Austin lived at, and Austin heard Laban yelling, and so Austin came down. So I had 5 people at this point. That you just no one ever like got a chance to.
Nice.
And you were in middle school, and people would be dating. Yeah, people that dated in middle school are fucking weird.
I agree with you. If you were dating in middle school, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, like you can have crushes and openly acknowledge them, but that's it.
Yeah.
There was no courtship. Like I would ask a girl, "Will you go out with me?"
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I remember my buddy had a girlfriend in like no, he had a girlfriend in like 7th grade, so like middle school. And I would tell him, I was like, dude, like, like, do you have your mom drive you guys around to Baskin Robbins or some shit? Like, what's the goal here, bro?
It basically just means you hang out at school.
Yeah.
That is what dating, up until anyone has a car, really. And that's how my high school relationships. Well, no, because even in high school, I started walking around town, so I'd walk.
Yeah, I think high school makes more sense, but when you're fucking like 12 years old, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, freshman and sophomore year, I would walk. I used to ride my scooter. I had a girlfriend, my like off and on girlfriend through all of high school, up until I got a car. I had that long distance scooter with those longboard wheels.
I remember that the fucking big ass wheels.
And my girlfriend was embarrassed because she lived like all the way across town. She was like, do not ride to my house on that scooter. That's fucking embarrassing. So I used to ride to her house on the scooter and hide it in the bushes in her front yard.
Fold it up in half and throw it in the
Yep. And then when we'd get back to her house, I'd make sure she like walked, down the hall. I could see from outside the living room. And then I'd grab my scooter out and ride home.
When she's not looking.
Yeah, that shit was awesome. Like only when we were older and there was actual courtship. But yeah, like once you had a car. And then my junior year, I got a car.
Yeah.
But before I even got that, I dated a girl who had a car, and she used to drive me around.
Oh, you're that guy. Nice.
That's always the best when you don't have a car yet and you're putting your girlfriend as a car. She had like a Toyota RAV4 too. It was badass.
Oh, RAV4s are sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah, she had this cool fucking RAV4 and
People even having sex in middle school.
dude, those are fucking the absolute weirdest people.
Yeah, when you're fucking like 13 years old.
And there's people that were smoking weed in middle school. I guess Cole's smoking cigarettes in middle school too, so he's a weirdo too.
Yeah.
And even doing anything in junior high is just like, bro, you're gonna die before you're like 40.
Yeah, facts. Dude, I was like probably fucking like barely 5 feet tall at 13 years old. Smoking cigarettes and having sex was not in the fucking cards, bro. If I'm like 4'11", that's fucking insanity.
I almost feel like I like became 6'3" in 8th grade. Like, and I actually have had a jacket that still fits me the same since 8th grade. So
Jesus Christ, dude.
I think I definitely at least hit like 5'10" or 5'11" in like fucking 8th grade.
That's fucking crazy, dude. I didn't fucking grow until like I was like 17 when I hit my growth spurt. I was a late bloomer.
Fizz,
My
have you
son
been
fuck-
waiting on your son to message you?
Yeah, Fizz, I didn't know that. What's wrong?
You gotta give us some context.
I'm happy for you if you're happy for it, though. That's cool.
Because now this sounds like you just got out of prison or something.
Granted, he just wants baby pics. Of himself?
Who wants baby pictures of themselves?
That means he's talking to a chick. You know, like a
Like-
girl wants to see
Oh.
baby pictures of you?
Yeah, that's true. He's talking
Yeah.
to a girl.
Yeah. I can use this to leverage contact. Well, good. I hope the leverage works out for you if you want to be in contact with him.
Ask him if the girl is hot.
Only that time I didn't smoke again until senior year. Oh, that makes more sense. I thought you meant like you're smoking fucking a pack a day at like 13 years old. Like, dude, how are you fucking alive, bro?
Like smoking Marlboro Reds in 7th grade.
Yeah, smoking reds in the fucking the locker room with C.A. Jacobs.
Yeah, junior high just has to be like the weirdest time for anyone. And it's like it's a sex day. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's definitely just doing his own thing. He's off at college.
Oh, that's cool. So you're happy he's reaching out, but he's busy with college shit. That's good. Good for him. I bet he's out there living life, partying, talking to chicks and shit. Good for him.
Hopefully, he's smoking Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, smoking some Reds. Fuck, dude.
Even though I don't smoke Marlboro Reds. You know what? I don't. I hate people that smoke Marlboro Blacks.
Why?
That's just the grossest shit. You're just disgusting.
Oh,
You're either on meth or you're just disgusting, and you're trying way too hard. If you're smoking Marlboro Blacks, you're trying way too hard. I mean, you're
I
trying
agree.
harder than the Marlboro man at that point, because even he only smoked Marlboro Reds, and that's the manliest man who ever existed.
Facts.
If you're smoking Marlboro Blacks, you're like you're trying to impress somebody, but it's the kind of
Yeah.
impressing somebody where, like, there's people that don't really know how to, like my buddy that told us he ate human one time.
Oh, I remember that story. It's trying to sound fucking cool.
It's like, bro, that's not cool. Like, girls don't want to hear about you eating a person. That's not what they're into.
Yeah.
That's people that smoke Marlboro Blacks. Like, bro, girls, no, dude, just smoke 27s or smoke Camel, whatever. But Blacks, dude, that's disgusting.
Fizz, I agree with you, especially the Camel Crush menthol, the silver one, where it's like the light cigarette, but it's also a menthol. Those are fucking delicious.
I do miss Cools too, actually. Dude, fuck California for getting rid of all this shit. Cools, I forgot about Cools. That was a good pack of menthols.
I think those are before my time.
It was just like K. They looked like they were 2 zeros too. Like it looked like.
Oh wait, no,
K0.
I've definitely seen those. I'm lying.
Yeah, they came in the blue and the green pack.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for real. That's one of those bullshit California laws that like only in California would that fucking happen. You can smoke fucking or you can vape fucking cherry pie flavored vape, but God forbid you want a minty cigarette.
And you can smoke weed all day, all over the street, but you can't smoke menthol.
You know what I don't get about that either? All the fucking all the weed shit is flavored. Like there's fucking gummy edibles and all that shit, but you can't smoke a mint cigarette. Fucking weird. Light
Yeah.
cigarettes are for pussies. Whatever, fizz. Teach their own.
I do like Marlboro Lights are a good cigarette.
Yeah. Oh, the ones that come in the gold pack. I like those.
Yeah, they're like all whites. You see some pictures of Kurt Cobain smoking Marlboro Lights.
Oh, I agree. Michelob Ultra or Michelob Ultra, those beers fucking suck. I actually hate light beer, so I do get what you. Maybe I understand where you're coming from with the light cigarettes. Yeah.
I've never had this beer, but I do like I like Bud Light and like Corona. I don't think Corona's a light beer, but I do like Bud Light.
There is a light Corona, but not the regular one. Bud Light, I don't know. I don't mind. I like Budweiser, but yeah, Bud Light. It tastes like fucking like piss water to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just like water, so it's just easy to drink.
You don't. I don't know. I like the flavor. Well, I really only drink Modelo if I'm gonna have a beer, though.
Yeah, see, I just never liked the flavor of beer, like most people do. Like I don't even understand people that are like fucking just like beer is the best thing ever. I'm like, dude, beer never really tasted that good to me.
I think it's one of those Stockholm syndrome. I think you drink it until you like it, like coffee. Although I've always liked coffee, so I don't get that one.
Yeah, I've always liked coffee too. I do put sugar and cream in my coffee though, but I've always liked coffee.
I remember as a kid, I would wait for mom or dad to leave their coffee out on the counter, and it would get cold, and then I'd go and fucking drink it. I like wait for them to leave it so I could drink it.
Fizz, yeah, but some people are just looking to die, so that's the job that Marlboro
Yeah,
Lights
just
comes in.
cancer. Like, dude, any cigarette is gonna give you cancer. What's the argument?
I think there's even like studies that show like I don't want to say smoking doesn't have too much of a risk for cancer, but I think less than some people would assume. I think it's all just luck of the draw.
Yeah, because dude, some people live until they're fucking like 95 and they smoke their entire life. So
So I always heard the California government menthols because they claimed that getting rid of the flavored stuff would make less kids smoke. I have heard some arguments that yeah, menthols are racist because cigarette stores openly sell more menthols in black neighborhoods.
yeah,
Dude.
menthols are very popular among black people. But
So
like,
my issue with that is you've seen commercials where they're like, yeah, the smoke shops, they target black neighborhoods and they put menthol posters up and they sell menthols. And I'm like, okay, but you motherfuckers buy them. That's why they sell them, because there's a demand for them. If you guys stopped smoking so many menthols, they would stop selling you so many menthols. That's how that works.
yeah, well, and what kind of argument is that? Like, oh, well, just don't sell them at all then. No, that's taking away their freedom to choose to smoke menthols. If anything, that's more insulting, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I've always hated that smoke shops, targeting black neighborhoods. Like, yeah, because you guys like menthol. Dude, when I worked at the UPS warehouse,
Yeah.
Black guys would walk up to me and say, "Can I get a cigarette?" And I'd say, "Yeah, sure." And when I pulled out the pack, they would literally go, "Oh, it's not a Newport, never mind," and they'd walk away. And it was every single black person that walked up to me in West Sacramento at the UPS warehouse. If you didn't have Newports, they would pass on your cigarette. And I was like, okay,
That's
okay,
awesome.
sorry. Like I don't smoke Newports at the time. Yeah, I never bought into that. It's just like, dude, you guys want to complain about like it's racist. Like, bro, they go where the money is. If there's a high demand for a product in a certain area, yeah, they're gonna stock up on that product. That's why smoke shops in black neighborhoods sell menthols, because you guys like menthols. And what's the problem with that? Like,
No, I agree. I don't find a problem with that. That'd be like, I don't know, like a town where there's high obesity rate. Oh, we got to get rid of McDonald's because there's a lot of fat people in this town. Like, you wouldn't do that though. Like, why are you? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
yeah, I don't know. I've never seen those types of stereotypes as like offensive either. Like it's like, okay, black people like menthol. Okay, cool. Like
Yeah,
white
what's wrong
people
with
like
that?
walking around Walmart in their pajamas. Like that's just a thing that happens. Like
Cool. I agree. There's nothing wrong. Like, that's like marketing things to people that like them. That's not a bad thing.
I have anecdotal evidence for black people like menthols. Yeah, oh, of course black people like menthols. Dude, I like menthol.
I think everyone fucking likes menthols.
I think there are some people that don't, but those people are weird and either
Well, some
like,
people look at it as they're for pussies. I don't know if you ever run into those people. I definitely have though.
dude, they're better. They have a harsher hit on your throat.
Yeah, I know. I agree. They taste better. It's just a better smoke. Why would I not go with that? I'm not gonna smoke. I'm not gonna only smoke reds just because you think I'm a bitch or some shit. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, I still make my own menthols now with menthol crystals. It has a harder
at the light rail out in Sac. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, no, smoking menthols, it has a harsher. It's funny, yeah, they say it's for pussies, but to me, it has a harsher because the mint hits you at the back of your throat harder than a regular cigarette, and that's why I like it. It's just I feel like I'm inhaling something with a hit to it.
I agree. There's more like more shit to it. It's the fiberglass. Jeez, I hope not.
I don't think the way I do it even. Like I said, I just put cigarettes in a jar of menthol crystals, and it kind of absorbs the menthol. That's the way I have to do it because of fucking California. I would rather smoke the fiberglass. I like the classic menthols. Yeah, no, and then I also hated the argument, like they said, oh, if we get rid of minty cigarettes, less kids will smoke. Dude, when I was 17, I would have smoked a log of shit if you told me I could smoke it. Like kids are gonna smoke shit because they can. They don't care if it's minty or not. Like just give me something that I can smoke and I'll probably smoke it.
No, facts. They're just gonna find something else to move on to, and they already did, dude. I feel like banning menthols when kids have already moved on to like the fruity ass vapes. I'm like, why are you punishing all the old people who smoke cigarettes instead of like getting rid of the fucking candy flavored vape, bro? Makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even honestly think of a reason for California of all places
Dude,
to ban menthols.
it's like saying, oh, kids are watching too much TV on Netflix. Let's get rid of cable. It's like, what? What does that have to do with anything? It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird. I almost want to say maybe they think it would push more people to smoking weed, but I don't even know. That wouldn't even make sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
like some kind of conspiracy.
I can't think of any reason why California in particular would be like no menthols. You know, California usually lets people do whatever the fuck they want. You can steal up to $1,000 and walk home that day.
Have you seen that some little like convenience stores are pricing their items at $999 if you steal it, but once you check to the register, they give you a fat discount. So that way, if you steal the item, they can get you for a felony.
No, I didn't. That's hilarious though.
It's fucking funny. I was like, dang, that's actually like a chess ass move. That's smart.
That's what they should do. That law is ridiculous.
Nah, facts. Fizz, yeah, no facts. Fizz, I would never vape nothing. That shit is super lame.
Yeah, it's not the same at all.
Well, because instead of looking like a cool guy like Joe Camel or the Marlboro Man, you just look like a pussy.
Yeah, you look like a pussy, and it's just not the same. Like anytime people are like, "Oh, bro, it's just like smoking cigarettes," I'm like, "It's not, dude. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't hit the same. It's not the same at all."
No, I agree. I used to get mad like whenever I'd be at a party and like smoking would come up in conversation. They're like, oh, like you smoke cigarettes? Like, do you want to hit my vape? I'd be like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would I want to hit your vape, bro? Like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't get it.
Fizz, I could have you on just voice. Let me actually try to mess with.
Yeah, Fizz, hop on, bro.
Um,
Joe Camel, dot.
hold on. Let me see how I would do it because I know there's a way to do it. I might have to do it where I cover up everybody like this.
Oh, now it's like a true fucking like radio show.
Yeah, this is what I should have done. I should have done Disco Acid Cult Radio. and just done a no, I know there's a way. Oh yeah, if I do let me see. Yeah, Protomax, say something.
Hello?
Yeah, see?
Yeah, audio only is on, yeah.
All right, let me get you back on. Yeah, Fizz, you could do just voice for sure.
Wait, now it's only me on camera. Where'd you go? Oh, there we go. Joe Camel is the best mascot. I fucking agree with that shit.
I've got a cool Joe Camel shirt.
That's
it's the one
awesome.
he's playing piano. It sucks. I got a size too small though, so I can never wear it.
Ah, fuck yeah, dude. Joe Camel's fucking awesome. Have you
Yeah,
seen
no.
where it has all the different characters on the lighters, like the different Camel characters?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, there's one. His name is fucking Max. I've always wanted to get that lighter. It's another one of the Camel characters.
I always like cool lighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. California with the menthols. It's stupid. More people should smoke cigarettes. And then
Dude, I agree. And you know, if more people smoke cigarettes, that would solve the weight issue right there.
yeah, curbs appetites.
Yeah, curbs appetites. That way you don't fucking stuff your face all day. But that's what I feel like. That's what they want, bro. With all the weed shit, they want people to be fat and fucking stupid.
I was gonna say maybe that's part of it. They want people being fat. I have also heard that nicotine raises testosterone.
Yeah, but only to a certain limit, like not like a pack a day. I've heard it's like a milligram limit, but like within like the limit, yeah, nicotine makes you more focused, higher testosterone, and fucking what was the oh yeah, curbs appetite, so you don't fucking stuff your face all day. Weed makes you fucking fat and stupid, and paranoid a lot of the time too. So like, what do they really want us to be like?
Red Bull. One time when I worked at the gas station, this guy came in. And he told me this whole story about how the original Red Bull formula was created by some guy in some like African village looking to make some potion.
He's lying to you. It's Vietnamese.
Okay, is that like a true story though?
No, it's not a potion. It was made by a truck driver.
Oh, because
Yeah,
I believe this guy for some reason. Like I was like, oh yeah, it must have been created in some village.
I'm gonna pull Jamie and look it up. I'm pretty sure Red Bull was invented in Vietnam. It was made by a truck driver who wanted to fucking stay awake.
Yeah, Fizz, people being fat, dumb, and stupid is like California's goal.
Oh no, it's not Vietnamese. My bad. It's from some dude in Thailand made it up.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Thailand
Yeah.
people, I think, are weird. Thailand people, like that's the term.
Yeah, it was a Thai fucking trucker who wanted to stay awake, which makes sense.
Yeah, I think Red Bull is where the first energy drink that I started drinking.
I've stopped drinking energy drinks recently too, dude. I feel like my kidneys were about shut off. Like I would wake up in the morning to piss, and my piss would be like almost fucking brown. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking die if I keep on drinking this shit. I gotta stop. So I just been drinking coffee since then.
Yeah. Coffee is usually the way to go. So is there a thing to click on? Fit, you like to get on the stream?
Don't get me started on people being fat, dumb, and stupid.
Fizz, I would have to send you the link. So we would have to find actually, how would I even send Fizz a link?
Just send it on Instagram.
Fizz doesn't have an Instagram.
Oh, what? How does Fizz even know about the fucking channel? I've always wondered that.
Didn't you find us on Twitch? I think you found us on Twitch and then migrated over to YouTube.
Oh yeah, I was watching an old stream the other day. Aren't Fizz and Direct Eye Contact the same person?
I think so. Fizz is direct eye
Yeah,
contact.
I remember the lore. But let me ask you, so you think I'm a terrible degenerate that would ruin your stream if I'm conversing with you?
No, obviously not.
I mean, you're already in the chat, hella, so it's not that different.
Okay, you do have Instagram. Yeah, you'd have to get you on stream. I'd have to send you a link, and then when we first get on screen together, you would pop up on screen with me, but we wouldn't be live, and then I would just click you to audio only mode before we even start streaming. And I actually have wanted to bring on a person that's only audio. I don't know. I always thought that would be cool. I think I just posted about that recently, actually.
Yeah, you did post about that. I remember.
I almost regret doing.
I mean, it's never too late to change it, though. I mean, before the channel gets big, it wouldn't be a bad time to change.
No, I'd keep it. And then if I ever do get bigger, I'd just make a second channel and call it Disco
Oh.
Acid Radio.
That's smart. Dude, I'm still fucking dying about that story of you crying over in the shower over that chick.
Dude, she was hot, 7th grade me. I thought it was the first girl I ever really had a crush on, I guess.
She was the one, damn.
And we got paired up, dude. I remember thinking like that shit was crazy. Like, damn, I was just sitting here thinking about her, and now the teacher paired us up. Like, this must be meant to be. Fizz, it's Disco Acid Cult TV. All one word.
It's just the name, ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah, if you just one word, Disco Acid Cult TV on Instagram. Yeah, dude, that was like 7th grade. I was crying in the shower the next day, being like, damn, she's moving away. I was like, damn, I finally like have a crush on a girl, and then I learned she's moving.
She's not.
Oh, what do you mean you're already following me?
Yeah, dude, just fucking send the link over DM.
What is your Instagram? I just don't use Insta. That's probably why I don't know that you follow me.
Yeah. No, I have a bad story, like not super similar to that one, but I was a little older. I was like 16 because I remembered I could drive at the time. There was this chick that I really liked. I think I must have run track with her or something like that. Oh no, it was my buddy's girlfriend's friend. So they were in like the same friend group, and I really liked her. And then one time we were all walking around downtown, or not like around town, not downtown, and some chicks drove by and they were honking their horn and they were calling out like my name, and I thought it was the girl I was into, so I was like, oh, like, dude, she's totally into me. And I had like fucking no self-confidence in high school. I like couldn't talk to girls for nothing, and so I started texting her trying to like get to know her more and all that shit. And then I found out she was already dating some other fool after I had been in there trying to like text her and all that shit, and I just didn't know because I didn't actually talk to her in real life. So I was trying to get to know her over text, and I found out she was dating some other guy. And I was driving my friend home, and I felt like a tear come out of my eye. He's like, dude, are you fucking crying? I was like, no. And I had like tears coming out of my eyes the whole time. And then he texted me after. He's like, dude, like, don't worry about it. Like, you're a good dude. Like, you'll find the right girl. Like, don't worry about it. I texted him back. I just said, thanks, bro. And then I tried to forget that shit ever happened. I was like, damn, like, I'm fucking crying in front of my friends. This is bad, man.
That's even worse when your buddy's trying to do that. You're still a good guy, bro.
Dude, it makes you feel fucking worse.
I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, stop. Yeah. Yeah, when your buddies try to get sentimental and then like...
Yeah, they're like, dude, you're the best. Like, you're such a good friend. Like, any girl would be lucky to have you. I'm just like, shut the fuck up, man.
Dude, it's... In high school, though, I remember I always like stayed friends with girls, even if they had boyfriends. Just because, they're going to break up eventually or whatever.
Oh, so you would kind of like orbit around until they broke up?
Yeah. I
couldn't do it, bro. I'm like extremely early. Definitely during that time. I wouldn't say so much anymore. Now I don't really give a fuck. But I used to be hella jealous back then. So I couldn't hang out with the girl no more.
I was always jealous too. I was always like the most, I'm like way more like unhealthy. I would, if I never got with the girl, I wasn't jealous because we never been together. So I'd still hang out with them even if they had a boyfriend. I always hated the idea that the friend zone means death.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I always did my best work from the friend zone. Like I always started off with like, we have class together and we're talking about music and I'm showing her my favorite songs.
Oh.
But then you do your job right, and within a couple months you're in there. She breaks up with her boyfriend. You're the first guy she comes to.
Fizz says beta lobster activity, talking about waiting in the friend zone. I think when you're in high school, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have to see them every day, anyways. So.
No, it's not. And it's not about like dealing with the friend zone. It's not about. I was never the friend that was like I'm giving her rides around town, buying her.
Yeah, buying her food and shit. Oh man,
it's just the fact that before I would try to make out with her, I'd spend a couple weeks or some time like making her laugh in class or like getting to know her. Or if she had a boyfriend, like, yeah, I'm not just gonna completely cut you off entirely.
Fizz is hating in the chat, bro.
I did my best work from the friend zone. Yeah, dude, I did great work from the friend zone because girls would be dating guys and I'd be lurking. And as soon as they broke up, I'd be in there. They'd be smoking their first cigarette with me like within days after getting dumped by some guy or after dumping the guy or whatever. Or girls would cheat on me. I've had girls cheat on their boyfriends with me and shit like that. Like, that's also always a possibility. And that's always great in high school, making out with a girl that has a boyfriend. Just because there's like extra. Nowadays, Yeah, right. That shit would be way too much of a mess. But back in high school, for sure, that shit was awesome.
Yeah, as an adult, that's a hella risky move. People will kill you over that shit.
Yeah, and I just don't have time to. Like, I'm not gonna fight a guy over some girl that I like barely knew.
Yeah, fighting as an adult is the worst move of all time. It's like
It,
that's like
it,
last resort, dude.
there are definitely like there's context where it's necessary, but
Yeah.
it should be a last like. Dude, I'm not gonna fight somebody over like, oh, you've been looking at me too long in the bar, like. Dude, yeah, no,
Avoiding DM.
in school for sure.
Yeah, in high school, yeah, that kind of shit is common.
Yeah, or even like shortly after. Fizz, I'm not gonna bring you on tonight when we're gonna get off here soon. It's like 8 o'clock. What day out of the week would you want to come on, Fizz? I don't know. I guess like what nights work best for you.
What the fuck? Why are you talking like that, Fizz? That's fucking weird.
Yeah, Fizz, you're out here talking about beta lobster, but then you're talking about sliding up inside DM. Dude, yeah, no, I wouldn't have it in me to deal with like, I don't know. It would take the right context. I could see myself like talking to some girl with a boyfriend or something today, but it would have to be like, like I don't know. I'd have to be in there for like a reason.
Yeah, I think when you're younger, it's easy to fall into that kind of like behavior, though. Like I learned my lesson eventually, but when I was younger, I used to have like a problem where like I would be clearly friend zoned by the chick, but I would still want to like, oh, maybe I can change her mind, like that kind of shit. But then you realize quick, like, oh, women don't really change their mind, at least not quickly.
In high school, it's easy because like I used to swear in high school I would get girls that were out of my league because they're forced to sit next to you in class every day.
That's true,
So
yeah.
like at some point you're gonna say something funny. You're gonna make them laugh. And if you make a girl laugh, that's like half the battle. So
Yeah.
nowadays, when you meet a girl out and about, you've got 2 seconds to make an impression. But when you're in class every day, it's like I've got every day for a year,
Mhm.
or 4 years to like make this girl laugh a couple times.
Yeah.
I've got every day to wear the right outfit, or grow my hair to the right length, or do something right. So you get like a million chances basically. Once you're an adult, dude, you get one chance, and that's chances usually like 2 seconds long, and it's usually determined by like who she's with and who you're with and how much money you have and what car you're driving and
Yeah,
where
that's
you're
true. A lot
living.
more variables than in high school. That's true.
Fizz, I might want to bring you on a Wednesday.
Yeah, going on Wednesday, especially if Annie gets your other host.
Yeah, even if he is still, his humor is key to a good long-term relationship.
Oh, Fizz, absolutely. If you and your lady have the same sense of humor, you're good. It's a very good step in the right direction. I agree with you.
Yeah, if you don't, it's doom. I do remember before I met Calamity Jane, I was actually talking to her friend for I don't know, a few weeks, maybe like a month or two.
Oh,
There's this girl named Chloe.
mm.
I was talking to her for a little bit. She's the girl I told the story. She's the girl that when I went to the party
Oh,
and
that's her?
and some guy walked into the bathroom with her and she was too drunk and I think she thought it was me and the guy slid in there like a genius move and I just was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go home. Yeah, we were making out in the backyard and then some guy just straight stepped ahead of me and like took my place. It was crazy. But
That's fucking wild.
the first time me and her ever hung out, like not at that party, this was before then, because after that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to keep trying with this. But before this party, we
Yeah.
hung out one time. I picked her up. And at this time, I was like 20. So I was kind of starting to get a little older and kind of more cynical and bitter about things. When I was in high school, I dealt with terribly obnoxious, like retarded girls just because they were hot. But I was also terribly obnoxious and retarded. I was in high school. I'm
Uh,
20, you lose your patience and you want to hang out with people that you actually like. And I remember I picked her
yeah.
up, and like within 5 minutes of her getting in the car, I was like, oh my God, she is fucking annoying. And I want her to get the fuck out of my car. I want nothing to do with her. She was just like talking. And I was like, she's not funny. Just had nothing interesting to say. I don't like anything about her, but she's hot. So I guess I'm just going to stick around.
Yeah,
And
roll
then,
with it.
yeah, so then that's when I decided that I was going to start. I talked about it, I think last week. I was going to start doing hit and quits with girls.
Mhm.
I was just going to go through a phase and just start doing that. But then I met Calamity Jane, and the first time we hung out, I was like, oh, I actually like hanging out with this person.
Damn. That's how you know you were like maturing at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't just deal with like girls that I had nothing in common with.
Uh-huh.
Be fun with Wednesday. Yeah, I'd probably want to do it on a Wednesday. Maybe even I'll let you know. Obviously, if not a Wednesday, a Tuesday. It'd be cool to have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday deal.
That's a good idea, actually. I like that.
Yeah, because I do need to spend more time on stream, and then yeah, we could have you on. You could just write whatever. I mean, you don't even actually have to write a name. We'll think of a name for you, Fizz. I mean, you could just be Fizz. Actually, you would just be
Yeah,
Fizz.
Fizz is fine. Yeah.
But in voice, I'm generally more reserved. There's not even really anything you can't say. I think. I mean, Fizz, you spend time on YouTube. You know the rules of YouTube. I have a penchant for ranting, so I made it a goal to sit back and give my nuggets of information. Nothing is saying she's the one. Yeah, yeah, I think that's true. I know with the Chloe chick, there was just nothing. With Calamity Jane, I get real cheesy and I talk about the koi no yokan, that Japanese term.
What's
Does anyone
that?
else know? Does anyone else know that fucking term?
No, what?
There's a term in Japanese called koi no yokan. It's a Koiyo. No, it's Koyno, and then Yokn. It's the name of a Deftones album. So when you look it up, that's what comes up. But koi no yokan, it is a term. Because Japanese are more realistic than Americans, it basically is their version of love at first sight. But since love at first sight is not fucking a real thing that's possible, in Japanese, what it means is it's like the understanding that if I continue to spend time with this person, I will inevitably fall in love with this person.
Like I agree with that actually. Like, I don't really believe in love at first sight, but definitely like when I'm really into a chick, I'm like, oh, I could see myself down the line being in love with her.
Yeah, because love at first sight is literally impossible.
Yeah, it just means you're hella attracted to her, which some people could argue is love, but not real love.
Oh yeah, Fizz. So before, like if I was gonna have you on, we basically we get on stream, or not on stream, but like before me and Protomax go live, we're here, but we're not live. So no, there's no one in chat. It's not live on YouTube. So yeah, before I'd have you on, we'd for sure be able to sit and obviously sit and talk or whatever. If we do a Tuesday, it would just be me and you. If we did a Wednesday, as of right now, it would be like me, you, and Johnny. But that's why I'm thinking Tuesday, because I know it would just be me and you. All we usually do, Fizz, we just find random topics, like pop culture related topics to talk about. And then
Fizz, I don't use Discord, but thank you.
Yeah, Fizz, what's up with you in Discord?
I was gonna say, dude, yeah. I think he thinks me and you talk on Discord. I don't know if Fizz knows that we're fucking brothers though.
Oh yeah, Fizz, are you aware of that? I know.
I think Fizz thinks that me and you are close friends and we're calling on Discord and shit. No, we're brothers, dude.
I do know that Annie knows. Mark just found out recently.
I finally watched that stream and I thought that scene was funny. You said it's like finding out Santa Claus is fake.
Oh yeah. I know I told him before. I know for sure I told him before. He just forgot. Yeah, I was like, dude, that's why he's in chat, because it's.
I think people don't assume because we don't look alike.
But yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Discord is cool. I know it took me a while to learn it, learn the layout, but I do like Discord. Like I said, Fizz, once I have some people that are consistent in chat on the channel, it would be cool to have a Discord.
No, I think once we get to 1,000 subscribers, maybe 10 to 20 consistent viewers on stream, I think Discord would be awesome. And then we can get more ideas for shit to talk about on stream too.
I was gonna say, yeah, it'd be cool to have people giving ideas for
the shit they want to hear the channel talk about. It'll once things get going, once the ball starts rolling, it'll get much easier from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of brothers. What the fuck does that mean?
A lot of brothers. Fizz is saying he's got brothers in the hood.
Oh.
No, I always thought it was obvious. Earlier we were talking about mom.
Yeah, well, we mentioned shit in the chat too. Doesn't always mean he's my blood. Oh no, we're actually related, bro.
Yeah, when we're making fun of mom, it's the same mom.
Yeah, we have the same mom.
That is true, though. I guess anybody in 2025. There are a lot of people that throw around words now, oh, that's a girl thing, though, for sure. Girls are always the ones that are oh, she's my sister. Or she's my cousin.
It's always sisterhood and all that shit.
YT Kick Twitch is where you present yourself to the world. Well, yeah.
Kick? Oh, that's that one stream platform I was talking about.
Kick is where racist people go to stream, I think. Because it's harder to get kicked off.
Oh, they're more loose with their rules.
Yeah, it's kind of like a no. It's not Rumble.
Yeah.
Rumble. What sucks about Rumble is I have a Rumble, and I like Rumble more just because they won't kick you off because you can say whatever you want. But it's been monopolized by like conservative political speakers.
Oh, so if you don't want to talk about that, you have like no space on the platform, kind of thing.
Well, and just whenever you mention Rumble to a normal person, they assume you're a conservative.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Fizz, I agree with you, man, but the community's not big enough yet, man. We only have like 5 people in chat usually, so.
Yeah, Fizz, you are the community.
Yeah, Fizz, you're like now that I'm on stream on Monday, you're like the most loyal commenter.
Yeah, no, for sure. I will make a Discord. I just want like Fizz, it would literally just be you. It would just be you, and like I don't reply to I'm terrible with the Instagram messages as it is, so it would quite literally just be you, and I'd be replying once in a while. But
Down the line for sure, though, I think it's a good idea.
yeah, of course. I think every good YouTuber has a Discord.
No, I think we'll get going eventually. We just need we just need a clip or something to go viral again, like the Tommy Lee one. If we get another one of those, I think things will start rolling.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say I almost like I don't want to pay for YouTube ads.
Mhm.
Paying for Instagram ads is actually helpful with Instagram, but Instagram followers does not translate to YouTube subscribers, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I
it
really
doesn't.
think it's just going to be if I start making actual videos. Like I want to make that 16 candles video.
Oh,
It's just going to be videos. People subscribe when they see edited videos that they like,
yeah.
which I'm honestly not looking forward to. I don't even know how I'm going to do like I gotta get footage. I don't even know how to get footage from movies to put clips into the videos. Like I'm gonna like go on the internet and look up the movie and like screen record little clips that I want.
I think that's just what you have to do, no?
I feel like people download movies,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, and then they take clips from it and all that shit.
but I don't know how to download movies like that.
Yeah, without getting a virus, I don't know either.
And then if you download it off of streaming sites, it doesn't actually download it onto your computer. It just means it just means you can watch it whenever you want, basically on their service. So it's kind of a ripoff. I actually paid for a movie. I bought The Great Texas Dynamite Chase off of Amazon Prime. Like paid money to buy it, and all it lets me do is pull it up on Amazon Prime whenever I want. And I'm like, dude, I literally clicked download, and it doesn't mean the same thing anymore.
Yeah, it's downloaded onto the app, but not onto your computer. Yeah, Fizz, we're cool, man. You're not gonna get booted. I think he's saying if we didn't get along, you'd boot him because I'm your brother.
No, I would just think it's funny.
Yeah, no, Fizz, you're good. You don't gotta worry about that.
Like Fizz, I don't think Annie likes you now after earlier.
Oh, yeah, she was hella mad. I was like, "Whoa, Annie, I don't think it's that deep. I think it's cool. You know, you don't gotta defend yourself or nothing."
Yeah, I wouldn't boot you. I think it's funny. Fizz, Annie is planning on coming on Wednesday and talking mad shit to the guy that I've been doing Wednesdays with. So actually, Fizz, you should show up Wednesday if you can, because that could be funny.
Yeah, Fizz, you should pull up on Wednesday too. Hell yeah.
I'm very curious to see how this goes, because I think Annie will talk shit to him, like she says she will.
Yeah, I think he'll probably stop wanting to, Well, I think it depends on how you react to it. If he'll continue to stream with you.
I'm just gonna sit here and laugh.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
I think that shit'll be funny. But it'll be a good test. It would be honestly, it would be a good test, because if he's gonna sit there and crack when Annie's talking shit to him, what's gonna happen when there's 1 million subscribers and people are talking shit to you?
Yeah, facts. You got to be able to take the heat. Yeah, the black guy Fizz.
Yeah, Annie's been investigating him on Instagram, and she's not liking what she's seeing. We try to start at 6. It's always 6 usually.
Yeah, 6 always the time.
Always same time.
Yeah, I think once we get some videos going out there. Also, I wanted to tell you, if you ever need help like editing things, I could try and learn if you ever like trying to like work on 2 things at the same time or some shit.
It would be obnoxious to have people edit, because it would just be me talking.
Hmm.
I almost want to like. Actually, I don't even know. I wish I could do like I've always wanted to like find other people that wanted to do a live stream and didn't want to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And like I would just host their show on the channel, and they would do like how I got myself off the screen and it was just you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like it's hosted on your channel, so they don't have to make their own channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like how Trey was, or my bad, Dirty White Boy was doing with his lady for a little bit. He was like streaming them playing games and shit.
Yeah, but it was on
Yeah.
his channel, but they were,
Yeah.
yeah, it was their show or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I always thought that would be cool. But yeah, no, I think I just need to start actually making videos, which I do want to, I'll probably finish writing that 16 Candles plot later this week.
You should. The more content the channel gets out there, the more, the more shit people have to look at in the back. Oh, this is a legit channel I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, and I have to make videos about things because people aren't going to click on subscribe for your personality because they don't know you. But once they see you talking about things that they like, then they'll get into your personality if they like you or not.
Exactly. And people I've seen, like, from my understanding, once you have a lot of followers, people are more inclined to also follow you. Like like people are hesitant to subscribe to their channel that doesn't have enough like subscribers in their eyes.
Hire my poor broke college students on for edited video editing, but you need to talk to him, get this aesthetic. Yeah, no, Fizz, I couldn't even, like, I have no money, so I wouldn't even be able to pay somebody to edit. But I do, again, in my daydreams, when I think about being famous as a YouTuber, I would pay people to, I pay people to do this whole stream. Like, I'd just be in a room with a guy running the computer while I sit here and talk and do nothing else.
They'd have a Jamie, essentially. Jamie.
Yeah, a nerd to do it all, and then an editor. Probably when hiring an editor has to be difficult. You probably have to find an editor that knows you really well because you have to trust the editor to pull.
I was gonna say you have to trust them a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, like I'd have to find an editor that knows that I like clips about me talking about girls and drugs, as opposed to clipping the parts where I'm talking about whatever else.
Yeah.
I am gonna work on that 16 Candles video. I'll probably work on it Wednesday just because I plan on feeling better on Wednesday. So once I feel better, I'll be more inclined to do more. It's funny, I started working on it like right before the day I woke up sick. Because I knew I was like, oh, I feel like I'm not gonna feel good tomorrow. So I'm gonna start. I don't know. I just got like an urge to work on it while I could. People are
yeah, Fizz, that's true. When you have a good direction you're going in, people are more inclined to follow. Because yeah, anyone can stream, but not everyone can make like a solid stream with a good direction to it.
Everyone in Africa can stream online. Yeah, I still don't even have like a general idea. Like my idea is just like, oh, I want to talk about stuff that I like.
Yeah, I think we're still figuring out the channel and shit. I think that's fine though.
Yeah. Is anyone else even in chat? There's people in the audience, but not everyone is in chat.
Yeah, if you're in chat, say what's up. Come on. I didn't mention it this time, but we got the 100 chats a while back. So thanks, guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna get off in a few. I'm sitting here sweating, so I'm curious about who's left.
For sure. Yeah, I would be curious to see like the people that do watch, like Fizz, like what do you like about watching the channel? Do you just like hearing us talk about shit or what?
I think Fizz likes talking shit to people that aren't offended by people talking shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. African streamers like
streamers
those ball kick. That actually sounds pretty funny.
I could see some African kids being hella funny.
Yeah.
Just for whatever reason. Sometimes people in other countries are funnier. Because they're not as sensitive.
Yeah, that's true. They just say crazy shit.
Americans are way too sensitive nowadays.
Shout out Fizz, good answer.
The art of the discussion. Still
here. Hey, what's up, Cole? Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I always forget that it's Cole. Someone dropped out of the audience as soon as I said start saying something.
They felt called out. They're like, oh, fuck, I gotta get out of here.
Oh, well, now YouTube tells me there's 6.
Oh, shit.
It's probably people trying to listen to a review about Taylor Swift's new album. But since I talked about it like an hour or like 2 hours ago at this point.
Yeah, they're probably not too interested no more.
Yeah, and overall, my take on it wasn't that unique. It was mostly just, what everyone else is saying, the lyrics. So
I was going to say, it seems like it's the commonplace take right now, at least.
Yeah, the lyrics are just way too try hard. Yeah, just super cringe, not very good. But
Annie driving
what was
to Home
up?
Depot.
Yeah, what was that? What was that about? Annie driving to Home Depot.
I don't remember. Fizz was talking something about what the fuck was he saying? Because then he was talking about how Home Depot is better than McDonald's Wi-Fi or some shit like that.
Yeah, he was like accusing her of being on the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And telling her she should go to the Home Depot Wi-Fi.
She's trying to get her laptop set up in the home and garden section.
Jesus Christ. Funny enough, that's what my host on Wednesday ends up doing. I think is like logging into like public Wi-Fi's because he'll be streaming from like a hotel lobby or
The McDonald's lobby.
Well, I mean, there was that one time he was just like in front of a double glass door in front of a building,
I remember that. Yeah.
and then I was hoping he would get on. There was a guy, and there was like a stranger walked behind him. I was like, dude, get him on this, get that guy on. But
Yeah. Ask him a question.
I don't think he was understanding what I was saying. Hey, I didn't realize Home Depot had free Wi-Fi.
Nah, me neither. I'm a Lowe's guy.
Oh, Home Depot's way better.
Nah, I'm just trolling. I have no.
Okay.
I was just trying to take a stance. I actually don't have an opinion.
You just bring my whole fucking light up ass PC into Home Depot. It would be cool to host a stream in a Home Depot.
I saw some video of these kids. They tried to pull 24 hours in a Costco, and they made it to where the store was shut down. The lights went off at like 1 a.m. when everything's closed. But one of them had to get up to go to the bathroom, and like as soon as they got out of the spot, like the security, like the alarm started going off and shit, and they got banned for life. I was like, damn, like that's crazy. You get out for 1 second out of your spot, and they catch you like that.
That is pretty funny.
Because there was no one there, so I was like, damn, the security sensors must be hella strong, just to like immediately sense you and call the alarm.
Yeah, they're probably top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool to do 24 hours in a store that closes.
Well, especially at Costco, the setup they had was fucking nice because Costco has those big bins of pillows that you can buy.
Yeah.
And so they just like went on the second, like all the warehouses have like the second level. So they just got on the second level in the pillow bin and just like tried to sleep in there.
Get a Target and set up your PC on the example beds. They'll kick you off of those.
I'll say, nah, dude, that's ghetto. That's like those families that go to IKEA and they hang out too long on the beds at IKEA and they're pretty much like just chilling there for the afternoon. You can't do that shit.
I know when we spent the night in a Walmart, it was a 24 hours Walmart at the time, but when we spent the night in it, yeah, one of our friends tried to lay on they had like a display futon, but it was like on top of those like big metal shelves.
Oh, yeah. I know.
We like climbed up onto the metal shelf and then laid on the futon. So it was very obvious. And somebody came over and was like, dude, you can't fucking be on that. Go past the parking lot. Yeah, no, that's the most I ever did as far as like staying in a store for too long was just staying the night in a 24 hours Walmart. And the secret shopper was following us around all night.
The secret shopper.
Yeah, it was a guy in an AC/DC shirt with a shaved head.
That's awesome. Employee of the month. Facts.
Yeah, he was working real hard. That was with Chrissy. That was with one of my she wasn't my girlfriend yet, but she went on to be my girlfriend.
I was gonna say, didn't you and your friend you dated Chrissy and then your friend dated her friend or some shit like that?
Yeah, me and my best friend dated two best friends.
I remember, yeah.
And so that worked out well. Yeah, it was us four, and then Kelly was also there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and then at like 7 for sunrise, when sunrise came, Chrissy and Cassie went home, and then me, Miles, and Kelly went to the Zodiac Shack in Vacaville. That's how we kicked off the morning, was going to the Zodiac Shack in the morning.
That's fucking awesome. How old were you guys at the time?
Juniors in high school.
Oh, nice. That's like a perfect time to do that kind of shit. That's cool.
Yeah, junior year was a good time. Chrissy is like definitely one of my favorite ex-girlfriends. She was awesome.
Is she married now?
Yeah, she's married and she's fat.
Ah, fuck, dude.
Yeah, double edged sword.
Got double, damn.
But she hates me now anyways.
What? Why? What'd you do?
Honestly, no reason at all. I think I've told this story. The awkward Valentine's Day story.
Oh, with the fucking flowers. Like, oh, someone got me these flowers. Thank you. And they were from you. And she was like, ah, fuck.
That's not the story. That's way after we broke up, though. But us breaking up was just, we didn't talk for like a week. We had like a weird, I feel like I've told this one.
I don't think I remember this one.
It was Valentine's Day was coming up. It was junior year.
Mhm.
And the day before, she came to me and she said, hey, look, I know tomorrow's Valentine's Day, but my grandpa died on Valentine's Day last year. So I don't really like it. So, she's like, honestly, don't bring me flowers. Like, I don't want to do the whole Valentine's Day thing. Yeah, she was like, I'm just going to hang out with my friend, Cassie, and,
Sure. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, for sure. Cool.
Yeah,
so I went the whole next day and didn't talk to her at all. Like, I really, gave her space or whatever.
Yeah.
So then the next day came, and keep in mind, we have 6th period together. We have fashion class together, too.
Yeah.
So that's where I met her. I took fashion to meet girls, and I met girls.
Hell yeah, solid strategy.
And so the next day came, and I still didn't talk to her at this point. I just wasn't really sure. I'm like, do I just walk up to her and like say hey again, or I don't know. I was also kind of egotistical, and I was like, well, she's gonna come talk to me now because I gave her space on
Yeah,
Valentine's
you
Day.
did what she wanted, and now she should be feeling better, and she can come talk to you. Actually, I don't think that's egotistical.
So then the next day comes and we don't talk again. And then the next day comes and we go a whole week of just not talking. We have class, we don't talk. So one day Cassie texted me and just says,
Yeah.
"Hey, Chrissy's curious, like what's going on?" And
Yeah.
I texted Cassie and I sent this whole 2-page long text and was just like, "Yeah, I'm really confused. You know, I really like her. I just don't know. Am I supposed to approach her? Is she supposed to approach me? I don't
Yeah.
want to break up. I want to keep this going." I made one little comment where I said, if this was any other girl, I would have lost interest and cheated by now. Keep in mind, I had
Why the fuck would you say that, dude?
but keep in mind, I had already cheated on her at this point.
Dude, come on.
But I made this because I thought I was being nice because I was saying if it was any other girl,
Yeah, she's special. Yeah.
yes, that's what I was trying to say was I would have cheated on her.
Yeah.
And then I went on. I said a bunch more nice things about her, and then Cassie said, "This is really sweet. Can I send her these texts?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, sure." So the next day, I go back to school. Chrissy still doesn't talk to me. And after school, she texted me and she dumped me. And I was like, "What?" And
Over text is crazy.
because she read the text like, "Oh, well, you're a fucking cheater."
Yeah,
But
you're
I
a
was like,
douche.
"You already
Yeah.
knew that. She knew everything about me." Like that was kind of the thing that was funny was she was like a 4.0 student who didn't drink and didn't smoke and didn't go to parties.
Yeah.
Everybody was so confused when we got together because I was in a band smoking cigarettes, taking Vicodin pills and shit. The first day we like got together was a Saturday.
Mm.
And then she got sick on Sunday. And then on Monday, you know, back to school, she wasn't there because she was still sick.
Yeah.
So when I went to fashion class, I told the teacher, I was like, "Hey, Chrissy's my girlfriend now." And my teacher goes, "Oh, well, Chrissy's not here. Does she know this? Does she know that she's your girlfriend now?" Like nobody believed it. And when we tell people, they tell us we have to like we have to kiss in front of them because nobody believed that Chrissy would get with
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Fizz, that is true. That is how you spelled the Chrissy that was my ex-girlfriend.
I thought
literally
I was being nice.
It literally was like the innocent 4.0 girl gets with a rock band guy because she's trying this out. And we didn't even make out for 3 months. It took 3 months to get a
Damn.
kiss. Yeah, where we
That's
didn't
wild.
like. Yeah, it took 3 months. But I was like, I thought she was awesome. I liked her. She was really fun. So
Oh.
I was down for it. But so yeah, I thought I was being nice when I was like, dude, what I was saying was I'm not cheating on you. Which again is still funny thinking I already had cheated on her
That's
at
a
the time.
crazy. Well, oh, that's fucked up that you cheated on her too, bro.
This is the same girl that didn't go to my show. She went to the dance, so I took my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, that's that chick. All right, I understand now.
Yeah, I was a dick. She was a very nice, like sweet. I liked her a lot. I was really upset when she broke up with me. I like didn't leave the house for like a week. Laban brought me like a CD to listen to and candy and shit. Like,
Damn, that's a good friend right there, bro. That's wild.
yeah, he would show up and bring you like heartbreak packages. Like, damn, I feel you.
Yeah, damn, that's wild. Don't leave the house, bro. Did you call in sick for school or some shit? Oh,
No, I
that's
went
so
to
good.
school, but I mean, like, I didn't hang out with my friends or.
Oh, you're bumming it. I got you. All right,
Yeah, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
You just want to take the W and corrupt her. Trust me, did the same shit with the girl. No, I didn't want to corrupt her. Was the thing. I always thought of. I always had this idea of me being like the Johnny Cash. You know the movie Walk the Line. Like I was always. Well, I guess both of you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was always like the Johnny Cash, and then the girl I wanted to get with was supposed to be like June Carter Cash, and she was gonna like clean me up or something, basically. So I thought that, I thought it'd be like a healthy balance, right? Like I'm a little out of control. I mean, Chrissy literally tried to wrestle Vicodin pills out of my hand one time.
Damn, she sounds like a good girl, bro.
Yeah, no, she was great. I had to watch Catcher in the Rye musical to break my unbreakable chick to go. Dude, that's a good move. Put on Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye. Jesus Christ.
Dirty White Boy told me a story about putting on some chick wouldn't let him hit, and then he put on this Blink-182 song, and then she let him hit. I forget what song it was. It was one of their cheesy love songs, and he's like, dude, yeah.
It did the trick. That's awesome.
Dude, he's told me some great cheesy stories about just saying the gayest shit to girls and like not meaning shit, but like it totally works.
Dude, he'll have to come back on stream sometime. That sounds fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he really does need to come back on. He's still got that nice microphone too. I don't know what he's been doing.
Yeah, facts. That was funny.
Oh, fucking A. All right, Fizz. Yeah, Fizz, I'm gonna bail on you. I'm gonna go.
So,
I'm sweaty.
chill. Well, good stream. I'm looking forward to next Monday as well.
Yeah, pretty out of control.
No, that's all good. I feel like we still got some good laughs out of it and shit. It's all good.
Yeah, it was still a good time.
Yeah.
Fizz, I'll message you on Instagram now that I know which one you are. I followed you back, so.
Hell yeah.
And then Michael Jackson off the wall, still the goat. You're playing in the background of your resident girl. I have been listening to a bit more Michael Jackson lately, honestly, too.
Michael Jackson's awesome, and he didn't do that shit.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was set up for sure.
Yeah.
But right on. Yeah, we'll be back on next Monday. Next Monday we'll start off with the Dragon Ball GT. We'll start doing 2 episodes.
Hell yeah, sounds good. All right, see y'all then.
Right on. I'll hit the outro.
Okay.
And we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning.
Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I am drunk. Sometimes I think I'm drunk and then I realize I